Okay, and we are live for some Tatts and Tarasques. Who's going to be the lucky bunny to give us a previously on? As if I told you the previously on, it'd be like when you're watching Battlestar Galactica and you go, "Oh, he mentioned that. That's going to be real important in this episode." I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just laugh at your interpretation of what's happened so far. So, who wants to give us a bit of a recap here?
I need a recap, but in the form of Aussie Man reviews.
Oh, the bird and the giant got in a bit of a punch on, and now we're good. Is that about it?
Meanwhile, in Windford Land, he got into a beehive and got stung by a bunch of bastard stingers.
The giant apologized for that immensely after giving him the beehive.
Yeah, look, that's fair enough.
And Thorendir, other things more central to the plot and the quests. What's happening on that front?
Well, you see, after we came back from the forest there, and we slayed down those orcs late at night. Sorry, yeah, orcs. They were orcs indeed. And we come back to town, and then we were celebrating at the pub with my dear cousin Gundren. But then the local town squire came a-squawking, "Help, help, there's been some dead bodies, and it's a dwarf." So we all ran there, and we discovered it was my dear younger cousin's body. And did we weep, and did vengeance get sowed? And we came back to the pub and found out that my boy, my cousin, is on a quest to bring back glory to this house and family. And then we did swear on my little cousin's grave that we would avenge them and take back the spot for the bush doof, and claim back righteous fury for the Rockseeker clan. And then there was a bit of a pub skirmish.
There was certainly a little bit of a stoush in the
A bit of a paunch.
a bit of a fracas, if you will, as Pauly and Ymir got on it a little bit, and by got on it, I mean Pauly drank a potion of fire giant strength accidentally by spiking
Having it
Ymir's
thrown in his
drink
face.
and then having it thrown in his face
Yeah.
because Ymir ain't no doper. He is 100% natty and didn't want
Right.
Natty.
and now I think
Punching all the dicks, punching all the dicks, punching dicks.
yes, indeed.
Fantastic.
And I think sort of the revelry and wake goes into the night and maybe even into the next day again, as you know, dwarven wakes can get quite rowdy. And Pauly, you are obviously nursing quite the hangover. It's almost like your entire body is a third as strong as it used to be, or a third as strong as its highest peak. It's like that guy coming off the limitless drug. Everything just feels incredibly heavy to lift, including your own head.
I'm not swole anymore.
No.
Oh, we can have some fun now.
But at some point, I believe Gundren had handed the map to you, Thorendir, as he continued kind of drinking and singing songs about his brother Nundro and his brother Thardan, and sort of old Rockseeker songs over the last couple of days. And when you go to wake him up, it appears that he has still been drinking this entire time. He has not slept, racked with guilt and remorse for his dead brother. He smells. I'd say he smells worse than Ymir, but he smells more like alcohol than even Ymir, I think would be the
Ymir
more
smells
accurate.
good.
Well, Ymir smells like
earth.
gasoline.
And earth.
And earth.
The gravel.
I feel like Ymir smells like rocket fuel a lot of the time.
Yeah, look, it happens. Smells like White Claw.
rocket
What
fuel
it smells
smell
like
like?
White Claws, yeah.
Yeah, he smells like bulk White Claw.
Well, actually, a good question, sorry, Jacob. Actually, I know because when my dad raced there for his bit of a tangent, we had racing fuel, which is picture normal gasoline but refined, probably say 100-fold. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think rocket fuel is actually very similar, but it does burn hotter. It's very similar. And I tell you what, if you have a headache and you smell racing fuel, your headache's gone, you're pissed, and you need to have a sit down.
Well, nowadays,
Shit strong.
race fuel nowadays is actually made out of corn.
Yeah, corn. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
ethanol based.
yeah, ethanol.
E85, and it smells delicious,
does,
especially
doesn't
coming
it?
out of an exhaust pipe,
Mm.
and
Jeez.
especially when it
This is
catches,
really taking a turn.
when you rev a car and it turns into flames and you've got E85 in there. Oof,
Yeah.
I'm a
Well, like, yeah.
connoisseur of loud things.
Look, if you ain't experienced both race fuel in its liquid form or in its gas form, mate, you haven't. You all know petrol smells good at the Bowser, right?
Exactly.
Mate, just. Oof. Sorry, continue. Bit of a
Okay,
tangent,
kids,
sorry.
don't be sniffing petrol Bowsers in your spare
Excuse
time.
me. All the windows are open at the petrol station.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Hundo P.
If we can get back on track.
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
I just asked a simple question, but like,
What can you expect?
then I needed to hear like, oh, your racing fuel smells good at the tap. Fuck me.
This entire,
No, what
I
do you
mean,
expect?
this entire start of this campaign is now being cut.
Hundy P. Let's go.
Right. So, what is your plan? Thorendir, you come down from your lodgings upstairs into an inn that looks somewhat like a frat house now that your compatriots have been living here for the last couple of days. There's broken stools, crushed kegs. I think Ymir maybe did some would sink his axe into a keg and then just drain it completely. Do you have a special name for that technique?
I'd like to call it the White Claw.
The White Claw, yeah.
Actually, no. The White Claw is getting Winfred to claw at a keg and then me drinking it. Because judging by the image, he's a white bearkin, so the White Claw.
Absolutely.
I'm
Well,
a brown bearkin.
He's a brown
I'm
bear,
a big
but like
grizzly.
when he rips into the keg, the foam that comes up all over.
There
his
we go.
claws.
The White Claw. There we go.
Okay.
His claw's white, so
Nice
yeah,
save.
alright. We call it the White Claw.
I got you. That's the top level inspiration that we get here in the Tatts Tarasques game. Yeah. So you have a map. You have a vague idea of the direction. You also have a bunch of side quests that I think are connected to Pauly, who's not here. So Thorendir, you see this sort of I wouldn't say sorry state of adventurers because they're probably quite upbeat. They've had a couple of days off from adventuring, a couple of days of revelry and dwarven drinking games. What happens next?
Well, Thorendir comes down and sees the sorry state that his cousin truly is in. And he goes, "By dear cousin, haven't you slept a wink? I say the drink's good to be merry, but damn is it a curse when you are so full of sorrow. How are you going to bring honor to your dear younger brother's name if you can't get up out of the tavern?"
He says, "My dear Thorendir, I'm fine. We march out. Give me a blade. I'll get him myself."
"I think you are in no shape to touch a blade, or let alone even look in a mirror. I say you need rest, boy, and lots of it.
And he says, but Thorendir, I have to go after my brother. He's all alone. I'm all alone in the world now without him. And it was because of me and my capture at the hands of those hobgoblins that he is now in further danger. As a scion of the House of Rockseeker, I cannot let him stay in danger because of me. You know this.
Oh, yes, I do believe we shall go and get him, but you are in no state of saving anyone. Maybe you should try saving yourself first. Rid yourself of this guilt, my friend. Sleep, and may Lord Lathander bring comfort to your wake of this beautiful dawn, and your sins be washed away with your guilt, and we will get your younger brother. I swear not another one of you Rockseekers will perish this day.
He says, if that can be done, cousin, then the Rockseeker clan would be honored to stand behind the Grimsbanes, and pledge fealty to their laird.
No need for fealty, cousin. The glory will be yours. I tell you, you will bring honor back to your clan. Just pay what you promised, and that our company will still eat hearty, and we will get my dear younger cousin.
All right. He sort of at that. He's like, yes, of course. The Rockseekers, the Grimsbanes, and he sort of starts kind of drifting off.
Yeah, and Thorendir sort of catches him as he probably almost drifts off and takes him to the lodgings upstairs and tucks him in. You got to attack him. You do got to
Little kiss on the forehead.
Little smoochy.
His big dwarf lips gives him a big old smooch on his forehead. Yeah. Rest easy, cousin. And the Thorendir heads back down and looks at the fire and lights his pipe as he waits for his companions to resurface.
Where are each of you sleeping in and around the tavern? Pauly, let's start with you.
I'm on the roof.
Yep.
At some point, I've just taken off all my clothes and I'm just lying on top of the roof, just bare feathering it.
Love to see it.
Bare feathering it. Is there a fireplace nearby?
Yeah, I absolutely think there'd be sort of a big hearth.
Okay.
I'm
like in front of the fireplace, belly up, legs up in the air.
Like stickiness all over you, like around your lips.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there's only one place for Ymir, and that's behind the bar, cuddling up to a keg that is well and truly empty.
Like Bender spooning a refrigerator.
More or less, yeah. Shut up, baby. I know it.
And we'll say Towley in his customary spot, rolled up in the empty mat case. He did get out and about during the wake and the preceding nights, but is now safely tucked away again, and doing his own thing. So what happens?
Well, Pauly just kind of falls off the roof. Just kind of like whilst trying to put his pants on. He's got his other clothes on. Whilst trying to put his pants on, he does a little hop and then just kind of falls off, catching himself before he falls by fluttering a little bit, and ungracefully stumbles into the pub.
Upon hearing the commotion, Ymir is startled awake, throwing whatever's in his hands, being the keg, and wedging it into the ceiling, and then sits up violently and rubs his eyes.
Winfred's still asleep.
Very good.
It doesn't bother him whatsoever.
Bear with me. I'm just taking my hoodie off.
I
Bear
swear
with
we
me.
specifically mentioned that Winfred's not going to be asleep for the first half of this entire session.
No. We did say that. We did say that. But like, yeah, it's 7 a.m. It's pre-coffee. Winfred hasn't woken up yet.
You know, this is D&D. You can pretend to be someone who's awake, who's a morning person.
And
So
to that I
you can do that.
say, get fucked. I can be whoever the fuck I want. And if I want to be a 7-foot tall bear with a narcolepsy problem, then I fucking will.
A narcoleptic bear. I love it.
That's an interesting development.
He slept through a fight. Through a whole fight.
That's a good point.
Ymir doesn't remember the fight.
All right. Where's Thorendir?
By the fire in the center of the tavern, having a nice stoke of his pipe there.
Just petting Winfred at the same time.
Feet
Very
up on his belly.
Yeah, you go to chair, you get your feet up. All right, Thorendir. So, Gundren said his brother was missing, right? That's your cousin, yeah?
That is my indeed younger cousin, and I tell you what there, my dear Pauly. You know as much as I what may have taken him. Definitely. Oh boy, he was definitely down from the those evil people. They're down for the Undercity, no. Fuck. Put in my notes. What assassins were they? Fuck.
Do you want help? Because I think
Yeah, no,
You
not
would
the
remember.
underground. Not the underground. The fucking
Underdark.
Underdark. That's it. Yeah, because I gave Pauly that. I get, those enemies from the Underdark that did kill my other cousin. And I say, you must have seen them cobwebs as I, Pauly. And you know what the only thing I'm afraid of in this world is what makes those webs. Do keep this from the other party members, as I do not wish to trouble them. But hey, we might not need to rely on my strength in this matter, but I say, those creatures, they frighten me easily.
Right, your secret's safe with me. Now,
Yeah.
I reckon we need to get Gundren to take us to this bloody cave to see what all the fuss is about.
No, say Gundren's no need to go anywhere. But I did promise him we shall look for my younger cousin. I believe the man's still haunted from ghosts of past, and he spent up all night getting very merry with a bottle of sweet amber, and he's in no mood for no journey. But we shall go alone. I do believe in us. One dwarf, an Aaraockra, a Goliath, and even a bearkin, and even my sweet little Tau, who I believe is having one goddamn long session in that map case. And to be a hotbox to do all hotboxes, I believe is going for the world record now of 3 days without sleep or tire and just stoking away at the, them forest herbs. But I do believe we're enough to track the case here and look for my cousin. When you're ready, rally the men. We shall go to the spot where they slayed my kin.
Right, well, you're the boss. Let's wake him up. I go over to slightly and gently wake up Winfred.
Not gonna get him up that way. Ask the tavern boy if they've got any fresh meat and get it nice and cooked for him.
I believe a
smorgasbord will be in order for our journey. We must eat hearty and fill our bellies. We'll be traveling on the road for a while.
I step over the bar after getting up and dusting myself off and say, The bear not up. Oh.
No, as you know, bears hibernate quite a lot. I believe it's gonna take a nice, toasty, cooked home meal breakfast to rally up my champions.
Okay.
What do you say, Ymir?
The smell of bacon will wake up the bear.
oh, I know what wakes up the bear.
All right. Barkeep, bring me an English big breakfast.
Yes, my lord. Aye, my lord.
And almost as if instinctively, at the sound of big breakfast, Winfred sort of opens his eyes and they widen. And then he sits up and says, "Did somebody say breakfast?"
And then as he says that, Ymir looks over at the bear and winks and says, "Gotcha, mate. I got you."
Fantastic. All right, let's
so,
have some brekkie.
so after an hour or so, or after sort of half an hour of this sort of big fry up, of bacon, eggs, almost like charred black, and terribly bitter coffee. Everyone has sort of had their fill.
And Ymir chugs a beer. Hair of the dog.
Well, you probably can't trust water anyway. Fish
Exactly.
don't get out of it to go to pee. So
Yeah. And more importantly, fish have sex in there.
that's just gross. It's gross all around. So you find yourselves sort of making your way out of town. Did you want to start in a particular place, Thorendir, or is it more just like following the map, or what? What was the?
What I had in mind was go back to the initial scene of the crime and essentially start, because we have the beer map, right?
Mhm.
Well, the alcohol revealing map, and essentially start on our way through the map there.
Yep, absolutely. So let's have a look at the old Sword Coast. Cool. So yeah, you get directions and start heading out. Give me a survival check if to sort of read this map and kind of figure it all out.
Can I also try?
If you're
looking over his shoulder.
if you're looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
What does
Who's
that
reading
look,
his?
what does
who's
that
reading
look
his map?
like when Ymir kind of looks over the shoulder and what does a 12 look like narratively, Dylan?
Ymir looks over Thorendir's shoulder at the old map in his hands, and Ymir notices that he's not quite sober enough to read a map.
Yeah, this is perhaps written in a part of its annotations and stuff is in Dwarvish. There's sort of those Dwarvish runes that look a little, and it's so far away. Thorendir's holding it in front of him, was just sort of feet
It's
away
basically
from him.
knee height.
Yeah.
It's about 6 feet away. Ymir does take note of what looks to be a cave.
Yes. And Thorendir, yourself? As Ymir points out, there's a cave here on the map. We should go there.
Well, so I'm not actually in game at the moment. I'm just doing it headcanonly. Well, boys, there's a cave. Well, if I know creatures of the dark and deep, they do like to hide in caves.
Winfred's good at reading maps.
Winfred, you're good at reading maps. Okay,
Yeah.
we will give you a look, see what you can do. If you find anything better than the cave, I'll take you up on your judgment.
Winfred sort of like rummages around in his pockets and then finds a little spectacle, just a single one,
You
and like puts it up to his eye.
Is it like a monocle or is it like a gem looking at kind of amplifier sort of thing?
It's like a little gem.
Yeah.
His eyes are good for seeing in the dark, but they're not good for reading up close.
Brilliant.
Yes, this is definitely a map. He
So,
doesn't say much.
you get lost, or you get out on the trail and start sort of wandering the base of a lot of these mountains, finding your way in and out of caves. But unfortunately, a lot of them are sort of early dead ends.
Well, now, it seems we're reaching a dead's end along here. Pauly, you're a traveled man of the sea and can read a map or two. What do you take of this?
Right, I give it here. Are we rolling? What am I rolling?
Survival, I think, would be the best way to do it, unless you have some kind of cartography skill.
Yeah,
as well.
do rogues get any sort of bonuses for like looking at maps or anything? Or
Wouldn't it be investigation?
I could allow an investigation if you think it'd be in that realm. I noticed that you're proficient with navigator's tools, so I assume you'd have those on you. Well, I mean, you don't even need it. You just got a fucking dirty 20.
hold on, big old dirty 20. Sorry, I'm not at my computer. I'm filming videos.
This guy.
Cool. Yeah, so you sort of take the where Ymir's kind of pointed out this cave system that seems to be the ultimate goal of this map, and you chart a path to sort of get there, and you start arriving sort of late afternoon, or early afternoon, I guess, maybe a couple of hours later, and let me just pull it up here. And I'll pull up some descriptions in a sec. Take out my my word pencils and paint you an adjective picture. So you head east, deep into the vales of the Sword Mountains, and eventually hidden. You come across sort of a hidden trail that eventually leads, after a couple of hours of hiking up different escarpments and making your way through the mountains themselves. Pauly, you're able to lead them into what appears to be an old abandoned kind of mine track.
Mine.
And you sort of start to step in deeper into the place itself. Let's have a look.
Yeah, boy.
It's as you step in, you notice that the place itself is cold, damp, and surprisingly drafty. There's sort of a noticeable breeze blowing through its passengers, flowing almost like a bellows. It seems to sort of suck air in and then whoosh it out again as you sort of head deeper in, and then eventually you come to this this minecart track that looks old and rotted. Can
I do a cheeky schnoz roll?
Yeah.
And can I do a cheeky stealth roll so I
sure.
can sneak
12.
ahead?
Cool.
18.
The schnoz roll, you get a smell of when sort of the wind blasts out of the cave, you get a sort of a stale-ish kind of smell, the smell of insects, possibly sort of even the smell of it's sort of a dry actually no, it'd be it's sort of like a damp smell. Almost like a moldish kind of tingle in the air.
Okay. So I it's like as soon as I walk into this cave, I just take in a big whiff of smells like shit, and then
And you
It
can
is
smell
shit.
you can smell water in the air as well. There's certainly a dampness as you've sort of gone in deeper, and you can hear this sort of rhythmic thrum, almost like a thunder, but underground.
Okay. Does anybody else hear that?
Also, Dan, did you get a haircut?
Yeah, I had this last week though. I think
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were.
I have
talking
a
about
I have a
last week.
light now though, so you can see it better. See
There
that?
we
See
are.
that? See that new
Something-
fade?
Something looked a bit different. Just
Mate, I got that.
I love that. I love that headphone like dent in the center of your head.
Yeah. This bad boy right in there. You can tell this is what I do all
all
day.
right. I'm gonna venture forth.
All
If
right.
that is
So
okay.
the entrance tunnel you're in as you sort of sneak forward, Pauly, leads.
Oh, the game's paused. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I paused it now, but you notice that it leads to. I'll have you walk forward a little bit. It leads to a large cavern.
Sorry, Dan. Just give me 1 second. Aaron,
Yo.
you gotta turn your mic off, mate.
Oh shit!
All I can hear is crimpling and breathing.
It's a goon sack, dude.
Oh, right. Of course it is.
Oh, then all is forgiven.
All
That's
is
fine.
forgiven.
Leave it. Just
So I
leave
switched over to my headset mic. I had no idea. So this is
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Just like
It's all good.
crumpling this goon. I'm like trying to open this box of goons. Sorry. Man.
No, you're all good, bro. That's fine.
Right.
Do you know how the funnel goes through the box? It sort of broke, and I was.
We want
Oh, right.
We
Okay.
clearly want to see it though, so we're gonna have to see it.
Absolutely.
Just to keep you honest and make sure it's that good quality game.
Oh, well, you'll see the video shortly. It's what Stanley Wine's Fruit Alexia makes you
Ooh.
sexier.
Does make you sexier. That's true.
All right. Where was I? So the entrance tunnel leads to a large cavern supported by a few natural kind of pillars of rock and containing a couple of stalagmites. In the western part of the cave, behind a column of rock, you come across 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies: sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks of salted meat, a couple of lanterns, flasks of lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. You even spot a small sort of like traveling chest next to these things.
Can I check? They've checked the traps of the chest.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Give me an investigation on that one.
Boo.
I mean, you're pretty sure it's fine.
All right. Well, I'll open the chest up.
Wait there, Pauly.
Rock's foot now.
You sure? Yeah. Wait, Pauly. And Thorendir casts Mage Hand cantrip, and we'll open it from a distance, just to be safe.
You as you kind of get closer, I assume you've kind of moved up Thorendir then to have a look into this cave area.
Where's the chest so I can move myself? Is it?
Just over here. Yeah. This actually
Like, I'm still probably like 20 feet away, because I can use that for quite a bit away. But like, yeah, Pauly's probably still standing next to it, and I'm just opening it with the magic hand.
In the chest here, Pauly, are there's a couple of documents, some letters, some correspondence. Mostly seem to be written in Dwarvish, and there's also a pair of boots in here.
Are the boots my size?
You hold them up to your taloned feet, and they actually seem to change, almost like as they get closer to your feet, they seem to sort of shrink to potentially fit your size.
Okay, I'm putting magic boots in my thingo if I never want to pretend that I'm like one of those normal humans.
Okay, so you're not putting them on. You're putting them in.
No. It feels weird to have shoes on, but I want to keep some magic boots on me.
Okay.
I feel like they'll be very useful to hide my burdenness, because that will definitely hide my burdenness.
Yeah. Now, Thorendir, are you close enough to see this occur? I ask.
Look, I'm 20 feet away, but like,
Yeah,
I can
so
see in the
I'll-
dark or whatever.
I'll,
so
I'll,
like,
I'll grab the documents. I'll grab all the documents and I'll bring it back to Thorendir. All the
Yeah.
documents in Dwarvish.
yeah.
Thorendir, I found all these documents with those funny scribblings you do in your language. If you could,
Oh,
Absolutely.
you mean? No, wait, no, sorry. Dwarven's Russian in this world, isn't it?
yeah, it's kind of like Russian. Like
Rastravanash, Kishkabeshnigiresh.
Das Vadanya.
And Thorendir investigates and see if he
Yeah, this
Understands
looks
it.
like correspondence between Gundren, Tharden, and Nundro. So letters saying sort of, hey, we found the cave. We've set up like a sort of a camp outside of town and a small area sort of just inside the cave. We haven't really explored it yet. We're probably going to need a bunch of equipment before we go any deeper. So Gundren, here's sort of a list of supplies we'd like you to send through. If you can organize them in Waterdeep, get them shipped out here. We really don't want to, we've broken into this sort of via a side entrance to this cave. This is it seems maybe the main entrance had collapsed. We don't know what kind of other dangers there are in here, and we don't want to go any deeper without proper equipment. Also, it's probably worth getting a bunch of supplies ready and start setting up, because once we clear the place out, we're going to want to get up and running with this stuff as quickly as possible.
we didn't bring any of the equipment with us, did we?
No, we were only a scouting party. Just try and see what evil is afoot. Now, I still say before we, as I like to say, before we bring the army, we must scout around and see what lurks behind every rock, behind every crevice, and behind every whisper. As my family always say, better to know thy enemy than come unprepared and get fucked in the rear.
Old family saying.
Old family saying. Old family saying.
All right, let me.
One of
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up this way.
Sniff twice.
Still being a sneaky boy.
Yeah. Now you have incredible difficulty seeing in the dark, I believe.
Yes.
So you're sneaking around. You're kind of moving around mostly by feel, and you kind of there seems to be sort of an opening in the cavern ahead of you. And you make your way through, and the ceilings here seem to be quite low, or only sort of 6 feet high, and the passage itself seems to be partially excavated rock. It doesn't seem to be particularly. This doesn't appear to be a sort of a crafted wall kind of area.
Right. Okay.
What's everyone else doing while this is taking place?
Ymir's just standing around by Winfred, just observing.
I am sniffing about, trying to find shit. Trying to follow my nose of what I was trying to do before.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely smell a mixture of smells in here. I assume you spent time in caves. Usually the caves you stay in, I assume, aren't sort of cavernous and meandering. I assume they're sort of smaller, more just like you can kind of just chill in there. You don't get anyone coming up behind you, sort of thing.
Is it possible to do since I'm doing a whole follow my nose thing, is it possible to do a kind of an ongoing perception check, every minute or so of wandering about, I'll do another roll?
Kind of, yeah.
Or is that not a thing?
I mean, it's kind of built into your passive perception, the idea that that's kind of what you're aware of just naturally.
Mm.
If you're on watch, then I would probably take your perception check and just maintain that to a certain extent, or maybe sort of add your roll to your passive, maybe.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find like a trail, and
Snuffling about.
yeah, pretty much, and like follow that scent. That's
Okay.
that's all I'm trying to do right now.
Yep. Cool. All right. Sweet. So you're snuffling about. You don't really have any particular scent here. There is sort of the smell of dwarf, but you've been sort of smelling dwarf a fair bit the last couple of days. And there's certainly sort of the more fresher smell of dwarf around this kind of mini campsite that Pauly was poking around in. Pauly.
I'm going to keep going up this way here, if I can.
Now, I think it's hilarious. If I click you, I can see what you see.
I can't see shit.
Yeah. To the south of you, you actually see a bit of a glow. Do you notice that?
I do, yes. I can see that. God, I need some like goggles of night vision.
Yeah, the stealthy boy who can't get around at night very easily.
Well, I'm gonna just sneak towards the light, but
yeah.
I don't have a night vision either. Don't bears see in the dark?
What is that? Is that a corpse in front of me?
So you get close and there's sort of this glowing phosphorescent mushrooms that are here, and there's sort of almost like a slime under it, and you can see what appears to be the skeletal remains of some sort of creature.
Can I investigate and see if it's a dwarf shaped bones?
You certainly can.
$19.
Yeah, so these are not dwarf-shaped bones. This appears to be some kind of larger creature, possibly a hobgoblin. It's definitely a humanoid creature.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going forward again.
Yeah. You make your way down into the cave, or further into the cave, I should say. What happened to my notes? And thanks, Aaron.
What's up?
Never mind. Other Aaron. Sorry, I was meant to mute myself. Not you, Aaron. The other Aaron.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Fucking. And here I was, fucking, mate. Paid for your fucking last mortgage, mate. You coming, Az, mate. I need your hand, mate. Fucking, got your mum back in the country. Fucking paid for your dad's surgery, mate. Like, this is what you give me. I'm joking.
Yes.
I'm just really joking. That's a lot of shit. Sorry.
You get in here and kind of poke around. There's sort of a stalagmite on the ground here, and you notice that this kind of area is a dead end.
Okay. Can I? Oh man, can I like? The problem is I just can't see shit. All right, I'll go back and join the rest of the. I'll go back out and try to find another way through some stuff.
Yep.
I remember seeing a light up here, actually, a light up through here where the railroad was going.
Mm-hmm. As you make your way out, you find yourself just going face first into this sort of.
Am I still being a sneaky boy?
Yes, you are. You're sneaking along slowly, but sort of hammed out in the dark, and you just feathers sink straight into this this sort of ooze substance that was definitely not there before, and you feel your hand kind of stick to it in a way.
God. So I'm back where I was standing. So I'm in the fucking ooze.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And it's yeah. So you're not like sort of fully in it, but you're definitely like partially in it, if that makes sense. You, especially as you kind of just ran through there, right? Like you just were like,
Yeah, totally
I better
fair.
get back to that other area. I better be quick, and just
Okay.
right into
All right.
right into
Right.
Cool. Let me see.
Are we
what this
rolling
is.
for initiative?
We may as well, right? Let's see. Boom. What's everyone else doing? Just exploring still?
Dicking about. Waiting for Pauly to come back with the
Waiting
goods.
for Pauly to return, and he may never return.
Might never return.
This thing is fucking huge.
Thorendir is honestly next to Winfred and Ymir being like, well, smell anything there, Winfred? Hear anything there, Ymir? And certainly don't see
I'm just going to do
Pauly.
one more perception roll, if that's okay.
Yep.
There we go. Both of them.
Is that advantage as well, a 9?
Both of them were 6.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Both
smells.
those rolls were 6.
There's a lot of new smells.
Thank you, Dan.
It's not that you can't smell anything. It's just you're smelling so much stuff. It's hard to like pull it apart. But yeah, Pauly. Or actually, everyone, I'll get you to roll initiative on the combat tracker, please.
Sure.
Oh my god. Oof, my god.
There it is. Oof. Rough.
Cool. Thorendir and Winfred as well. Just I'm going to put you on initiative just in case. Just in case.
I don't.
Yeah, sure. It's just a straight D20, isn't it?
Plus your dex modifier. If you right click or if you left click the little fist icon in the top right, you'll open up the combat tracker.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Oh.
So Thorendir is 17. Cool. All right, Pauly, you have found yourself as you touch this thing. It's not necessarily sticky, but though you do feel sort of a burning, an acid-like burning. And I'm going to need you just off the top to take 5 acid damage, please.
Yep, that's totally fair. I'm getting the fuck out of dodge.
Mhm.
I'm gonna obviously disengage with my rakish audacity, and then dash like a motherfucker from to there.
Give me an acrobatics check to kind of like parkour off the wall to get around this thing, because this is a big jelly.
Would you call it a slime?
9.
Ooh.
That was +7.
Yeah,
God damn.
Let's see if it can grab you as you go past.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I think it's more going to be like you try and climb up the wall and sort of bounce off the wall, but Prince of Persia style. But this thing is just too bulky in this space, and so you can still use your disengage to back off. But I'm going to say you can't get through it.
All right, I'm going to scream, guys! How am I going to attack something that is fucking gelatinous?
I mean, you can certainly try.
I'm going to try throw a dagger into it first to see what happens with the dagger. Because I don't want anything happening to Talon.
So you back off a bit and then throw.
No. I'll stay in the range. I'll stay in range. There's no point because actually, if he's that big, can he get to me?
It's certainly amorphous. I'll tell you that now.
Oh, okay,
it can squeeze into spaces for sure.
Right. Shit.
You remember that time when everyone was like, Pauly being out on his own might be a problem?
You planned this, didn't you?
Look,
Ah,
actually,
shit.
honestly, I'll be really real with you. Well, actually, we'll never know. Maybe it was me putting the ochre jelly there. Maybe it was the biggest Steve in chat spending loyalty points to create a wandering monster. Who am I to judge?
Fuck you, Steve.
Wow.
Shit. Okay, well, I'll
I say that with
I'll
full
throw a
respect to your
dagger
viewers,
into
Dan, but fuck you, Steve.
I'll throw a dagger into the creature first off.
Mm-hmm. Even with a 9, obviously the dagger sinks in, so give me that damage. I think you can click roll damage in the little.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you get
11?
Do you
I get sneak because it's me 1-on-1 with someone.
Yeah. So you sink your dagger into it, and you see it go in, and sort of a piece of itself kind of falls off and flops to the ground and kind of sizzles away there on the on the stone. You do believe you are doing. Actually, is that that's piercing damage? Yeah, that's okay. It sort of cuts in it and goes through.
Right.
Yeah, you think the dagger is probably okay.
All right, then I'll attack him with the talent, like with talent as well.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13 certainly hits.
13 damage as well.
That one's just going to be 8 because you don't get sneak attack twice.
Okay, right.
As Talon kind of sinks in, you hear sort of a sizzling along the blade as you sort of pull it out, as there's sort of bits of this jelly, this ochre jelly, still on it.
Burn the blade.
And it seems to be burning the metal somewhat, but it hasn't left any pock marks or scars yet.
As my bonus action, I wipe the blade off.
You already disengaged.
Oh, good point. And it didn't work. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, all good.
Cool.
Not Talon.
Winifred.
Yeet.
I'm going
to hearing Pauly's voice. I'm going to try and run toward where the voice came from. I'm guessing it's like over here somewhere, like in this area.
Yeah, if you like, or the voice of
so
Pauly.
like,
I mean,
I can only move 30 feet.
It's like the Super Mario Brothers movie, mate. There's echoes all over the place in here.
Oh, lovely. Okay, cool. I'm just going to run deeper into the cave.
Thunderous kaboom you hear kind of every now and then.
All right, I'm going to run deeper into the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to sort of dash because I hear Pauly's voice and I'm sort of like want to try and help him out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run. I would 30 feet.
I would give you, because you mentioned you're kind of sniffing around a lot. I think the smell of Pauly you think is coming from this direction.
Oh, okay, cool. So should
I was
going to
say I wasn't going to say anything. I was just like, oh god.
All right. And I can't really do much else other than that, so I'm going to end my turn on that one.
Thorendir. Thorendir, you've seemed to have taken some damage. Did you have a long rest? Did everyone have long rests before this?
Yeah, we did. Sorry, I actually take long rests. Yes. Long rest. Oh no, I have long rested. I just have damage on this app for some reason.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, because it's not updated from D&D Beyond. It's updated in the.
Hey guys,
overlay, though.
This is really important.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Very good.
What happened to my face? There we go. Cool. Right. Back to the action. Thank you for that ad break there. Sponsored by White Claw.
Sponsored by White Claw.
Thorendir.
And well now, I do have to say there, before any move Thorendir has, he has to do a performance to his sponsor there. White Claw.
Very good. Very good.
I should have gotten beers.
I've also got
Thorendir. Thorendir sort of been able to see, and like one of his chums, this will be wandering forward and hearing Pauly's squawks, will dash using his action and go to see what the fucking go is. Hold on,
That's
how far
a
is it?
big distance, actually, I believe.
No, I didn't mean to go there. Hold on, I'm measuring it now. I need to go 60, so it was there.
Yeah, I just doubled around the rock. That's why I'm where I am at.
Winfred started
Yeah.
heading in one direction, then picked up the scent and sort of turned Tokyo drifted around the corner.
Just around the stalactites.
You just see his hind legs just like losing traction and kicking up dust.
Yeah.
Got it with me, Tokyo.
Cool. All right, so that's Thorendir. Ymir, you see Winfred and Thorendir break out in a sprint, hearing the
I do the
cause.
same.
All right, excellent.
Explosively.
The ochre jelly squeezes in its amorphous form, sticking to the walls and floor. Pauly coming up on you, and
Oh my god, he's trapped in there.
I am trapped.
Oh shit.
You take 7 bludgeoning damage and 2 acid damage. So that's
I'm close to dying, I think.
oh, sorry, that's 11,
shit.
11 damage total.
Yeah, what am I on? I'm down.
Okay. Pauly goes down, being slapped by a pseudopod that kind of emerges out of the slime, forming sort of a giant arm almost, and it slams him into the side of the cave here, and the combination of the force of it and sort of the acid burning at his feathers, he slips into unconsciousness. As you're unconscious, Pauly, please give me a private death saving throw.
Okay. There we are. Cool. Is that roll on that?
Yep, I see that. Cool. I think no one else sees that. That's fine.
No.
Cool.
That okay.
So that you do that at the end of your turn.
Right.
Cool. Winfred.
I am going to. How do I measure around corners again?
If you hold control when dragging, so you hold control, then left click your token, and then you can left click again while holding control to like set waypoints.
That's right. Okay, cool. So one of those and one of those. Okay, cool. So I can.
And then if
I
you
want to
like,
sort of like. I want to
go
sort of
with
like.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So that's a whole 60 feet. That would include my bonus action as well.
So that's your movement and your action. You that wouldn't use your bonus action. So your action would be to dash, which doubles your movement speed.
Okay. Because I want to like move into battle and activate Berserker's Rage in an attempt to save Pauly. Because I don't know that he's down yet. All I hear is, hang on, what the fuck's going on here? Get out of it. All I can hear is that he's just been slammed against a wall.
Yeah, you've heard the caw of pain.
Yeah, the caw of pain.
It's a distinct one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's different from
it
the
here.
caw of free drinks.
Okay, so I activate my Berserker's Rage.
Yeah.
And since can we do the thing,
If
damn daddy?
Yeah. If you want, this is the first thing. Just roll the thing for me, and then
I'm gonna roll the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Cool. You describe to me how this looks.
So as Winfred's running into battle trying to save Pauly, you see his fur start to like bristle and puff out a little bit as little sparks like sort of connect between any of the hairs, a little bit like static electricity. And all of a sudden you just see a you see this effect happen. So when this effect is activated, you can choose one other creature you can see in your aura. So I think our aura, we decided, was like 12 feet, wasn't it?
10, 15 feet, yeah.
10, 15 feet. The target must make a dexterity saving throw, and the target takes 1d6 lightning damage on a failed save. So basically what happens is you see Winfred charging into battle, and suddenly, because we're inside, this is sort of difficult to do, because it can't come down from above.
No.
A bolt of lightning sparks off of Winfred's fur and straight into this amorphous blob in front of us.
Now you're Winfred the Hedgehog?
Oh, no. It gets better.
Winfred the Stormhog.
Yeah, it's sort of Volibear kind of action for those League of Legends fans out there.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So so that's about 15 feet.
Yeah, I'd say it's sort of big enough.
Okay.
It's
okay, cool.
It's big enough for government work. And this thing is not dexterous at all. However, I hate to tell you, this sort of lightning bolt comes from the and lances out into the jelly. But then it just sort of ripples over its form and seems to sort of dissipate into the ground. This thing looks completely unaffected by lightning in particular.
Fuck!
What an entrance!
Something cool would happen. And then you just see Winfred sort of like you see this lightning bolt come off Winfred and hit the amorphous blob, and then he sort of stands up, looks at his paws, turns around to Thorendir, and just says, "What the fuck?" Oh, hang on. What the fuck?
Excellent. Thorendir, it's your turn to react to this this light show, this electrifying display.
Wow! I didn't know I was watching reruns of Thunder Bears. Go. That was bad, and y'all should feel bad. But Thorendir will be looking at the electrifying Care Bear and in astonishment goes, "By golly, by Zeus's beard," and runs around the corner and sees this amalgamation of slime, ooze, or whatever this is, and be like, "By golly, Pauly, what have you done here?" It seems to have made a mess of things, and we'll be casting as a bonus action.
From now on, all I'm going to be calling this monster is Spicy Honey.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's
and I do
Ward. That's the pet name that I have for my fiance, clearly, as well.
Oh God!
And
I take that back.
Hey,
I heal Pauly for 6.
You heal Pauly for 6.
Yeah, and healing was a bonus action. Yeah,
healing word,
bonus
correct?
Action. Yeah, healing word, not ward.
Slot.
Yeah, and that's and then I will.
Wait, but am I still down?
You're still on the floor, but you are now conscious.
But you're conscious.
Okay.
And Thorendir will then also cast a Dissident Whisper on the foul beast.
I'll stop you there, mon frere. If you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can't cast a spell as an action. You can cast a cantrip, but you can't cast 2 spells in one turn effectively.
That's okay. That's so cool. That's so cool. Rules. No, that's okay. Then Thorendir will shoot him with the crossbow. Where is that?
Ooh.
14 will definitely hit. I don't know why it put it in green.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
8 piercing damage as this crossbow bolt sort of flies into the jelly, and bits of it sort of go flying in the room itself, sizzling as they come into contact with. They get all over Pauly, on his hair and in his glasses, or vice versa. and we get to Ymir's turn.
Oh. Ymir,
Oh, so I didn't mean. I just pressed space and that somehow happened.
Ymir pulls up pretty much behind what's going on. And sees this giant fucking slime motherfucker and his bird friend in pain. Well, bird friend, bird. We know. We'll
Bird
figure it out
colleague.
later. And bird ally to some extent
Bird
in pain
person.
on the ground. And he. Give me a minute. Oh, what the hell? All my my javelins disappeared.
Where'd you leave
Did
them?
you yeet them
What'd
all?
you do with them?
No, they're all in my backpack as new weapon now.
I mean, I scrolled up and you have a bunch of javelins and spears. This is part of the problem.
Oh, they are there. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. He has a bunch of spears. All right. Cool. So you reckon I could throw a spear from here to there? Like, you reckon he's got the strength to do it?
Absolutely. I'm
'Cause I
pretty sure if
think
you
he
click the
does.
spear, it tells you that its range is 20 to 60 feet.
Okay. Cool.
So within 20 feet, it's normal. Within 60 feet, it's with disadvantage.
He's already thrown it.
He's done it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So the javelin goes out and slams through the
Oh shit.
slams through the jelly. I think probably narrowly missing Pauly, who's lying on the other side of it.
Ymir yells, "Sorry!" Flies past it.
The ochre jelly still sort of trying to absorb its prey, sort of slides over Pauly.
Oh no!
And tries to sort of suffocate him again with a big sort of bludgeoning rock of its own body. So it's going to be with advantage, seeing as Pauly's on the ground, unable to easily get out here. So Pauly, as you come back with the healing word of Thorendir, you're sort of reinvigorated. You're brought back to life, only to see this yellow spicy honey encase you and slam down on you and start digesting you. I'm going to need you to take another 13 damage.
I'm down again.
Cool. Give me another death saving throw, my dude.
Oh shit!
Does my one from previous still count or no?
No, they all
No,
reset. That resets.
Man,
Unless it was a failure. Failures don't reset until you take a long rest.
that's okay. Ooh,
Spicy.
Can he tell us what he got or
No.
not?
No, because it's actually better if he doesn't.
Oh no!
Winfred, you see again the bird that is the word get slammed down. I mean, to be fair, he was already seeing just darkness anyway, so this is really not a lot of big change.
you cut out there.
You cut out a little bit there, man.
He was only just seeing the darkness anyway, so I don't think this was really a big change for him.
Okay.
In fact, maybe he's
Okay.
seeing a light now.
Oh Christ. Oh. Well, magic doesn't hit it. Every time we hit it with a piercing thing, it just absorbs it. I'm
It
gonna
does seem
try
to be
and
taking damage from the piercing attacks for sure.
Yeah. What if I'm not sure if I want to shoot it or if I want to hit it with a hammer. You know what? I'm just gonna in an attempt to try and save Pauly, I'm gonna try and swing my hammer as hard as I can into the amorphous blob, the spicy honey, and see if that'll damage it. And because I'm raging, I should be able to do a little bit of extra damage, which will be
Cool.
which would be good. Oh, by the way, my Teddy bear rage. Does that happen every turn, or does that happen once per rage?
I think that happens at the start of the rage. That
Start of the
effect kicks
rage.
in,
Okay.
and then I think later you unlock more things that are more ongoing while raging.
Sure. Okay, cool. So now I've just got like static electricity sparking throughout my fur.
Yep.
All right, wicked.
And I think we'll probably, you know what, we'll probably say, just for shits and giggles, I'll house rule for now and reserve the right to change it. But if you get like a critical hit, we'll say that another lightning bolt goes off.
Cool. Okay, cool. All right, swinging Warhammer.
Well,
Oh my god!
Jeez! Wow!
oh, Slime's fucked. Kentucky Fried Slimes.
That's
Let's
just
go.
splat. That's just fucking splat everywhere.
Oh man!
Oh, did we just talk about what happens when you get a
Fuck
critical
me.
hit?
Excuse me, Wilfred. I didn't fucking know you weren't fucking, some sort of. I didn't know you were in the fucking WWE. And what's your fucking name? Give him the chair. Give him the lightning.
So
What
you just see
perfect
Winfred sort of like leap off of his two back feet, right? Hammer swung over one shoulder and just slam it down as hard as he could into the amorphous jelly, and it sort of collides with the ground. And I'm going to say that there's a little bit of a shockwave that happens with the ground as he hits it. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this you come down like as if off the high ropes with the hammer leading above you.
Just fucking dunked him.
And just slammed down like Darius's for again.
Oh,
those League
God.
of Legends fans.
Dunked on
Just
him.
dunked him, and there's sort of lightning crackling off the fur. It's all standing on edge. Similar to the Sonic the Hedgehog-esque. It's not like a puffball. It's sort of angry spines of fur. And you slam the Warhammer down so hard into the ground that the ooze flies out in every direction. It's like you've hit a birthday
can I
cake
use my bonus
with a-
action to grab Pauly and sort of drag him out, or is he too far away still?
No, he's right there. So you're in the middle of it.
I'm gonna move forward a tad.
The ooze goes flying in every direction, like you've hit a baseball bat with hit a cake at a children's birthday party with a baseball bat, and so hard, in fact, you crack the ground and your hammer shatters.
Oh no!
The combination of
Christ.
acid, force, completely breaks it apart. But the jelly
man,
looks...
I fucking tombstoned my own hammer.
Wait a second. Wait, we can fix it.
All right.
And you see a sort of this unconscious bird there, sizzling somewhat with the sort of acid ooze around him. You were sizzling, but more from like the electricity grid that you are now storing. And you kind of pick Pauly up a little bit.
I want to sort of like drag him away from the ooze. So I want to sort of drag him like over here somewhere. I can't move him. I need somebody else to do that.
Yeah.
I'll move. Yeah, I'll move. That's right.
Yeah. So I sort of what I'll do is I'll prop him up against the cave wall, and just sit him
is the
down.
creature dead?
Yeah. Dead. The creature is in a million pieces.
Cool.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Try reforming from that, arsehole. Yeah. Cool. So you've sort of picked up Pauly, cradled him in sort of now your free hands, and brought him over to Thorendir, and Thorendir, it's sort of your turn.
And is Pauly conscious or is he still down?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious. Thorendir will go up to Pauly and perform a medical check to see if we can get him back into the realm of the living.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me roll that for you.
Yeah. So you believe you've
Pauly? What's up, brother?
You believe you've stabilized this bird.
Mm.
So that puts me just into like one health.
No, you're still at 0, but you're stable.
Right.
You're no longer sort of making death saves, and we are out of combat.
Ymir would like to give the bear a great axe.
Oh, wicked!
He hands over his trusty great axe and says, "May it serve you well."
Aww. Thanks, pal. And so Winfred sort of goes over to inspect the crack in the ground now that Pauly's been stabilized. He goes to inspect the crack in the ground of what was his hammer, and sort of like sits down and tries to piece it back together like a big toddler, and tries to fix, but he can't fix it. And he turns around to the others and says, "I made this hammer when I was a wee bear," and starts to get a little bit emotional over his like a broken toy.
Ymir wanders over to the bear, puts his hand on his shoulder, and goes, "It's okay. Remember the blacksmith? Take it to him."
You and I are gonna have to have a talk about this blacksmith.
We'll figure it out. And Ymir gathers up as many pieces as he can of the.
It's just like that's the thing. Like this hammer would have hit the ground so hard it would have shattered like tempered glass.
I'm imagining Ymir picking up like shards.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's left?
Pretty much.
Like sand, essentially. Like I'm just gonna scoop up like handfuls and put them in my backpack and just say, "We'll make it work. We got this."
Oh boy! All right, cool.
I need to add what's the weight of a hammer in sand? To my backpack.
Hang on, I actually have the weight of this hammer. Warhammer is...
I can drag a Warhammer equivalent into your backpack.
Oh, it says here it's 2 pounds. But
all right, so just chug a Warhammer on me, and then I'll rename it to Warhammer Pieces.
Warhammer Broken.
Warhammer 40k pieces.
Yeah, fine.
That'll do.
I can't add items to my own inventory anymore. Actually, wait, I can use one of these new weapon things.
I got to be honest with you. That was probably the most satisfying nat 20 I've ever rolled.
After I just talked about like do some extra cool shit if like you're rolling at 20. You're like, will we now? I got you.
About that.
How do I remove these? Literally the bottom of my inventory is just full.
So up in the top right of your inventory where the filters are, there's a delete disabled. You can click that to show the delete button next to items. So it's like behind that kind of thing, so you don't accidentally delete a bunch.
All right, I'm gonna go through and delete all of the new weapons.
The new weapons that you just added. Oops,
That
sorry,
just
I
don't-
clicked. Never mind, my bad. Sorry, I was fucking around with your shit. Cool. So let me roll a dice here.
What was that? You cut out?
Just rolling dice. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so Pauly is unconscious, but you believe stable.
Also, I've updated the shattered. I made a shattered Warhammer in brackets, Winfred, and it's 2.5 pounds because I sort of just scooped up whatever was on the floor. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So it may have some dirt and some slime as a part of it, but
Great.
we may be able to make you a really cool Warhammer.
About that.
We'll figure it out.
That was so good. I'm so fucking happy with that. Oh man.
Hey Timmy, does that work?
Well, yeah.
Just-
How do I whisper back to you?
/W space and then I think DM Daddy, or just DM maybe. I just put Timmy.
Cool. Just DM works.
Cool.
All right, that's a lot easier. Cool.
Then going through Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm still down. I can't do anything until one of you guys heals me.
I've
can
got a honeypot.
Can we go with that first?
Just smearing honey on me.
Winfred sort of like goes around to the other side of Thorendir and tries to help out by taking his honeypot out and being like, "Yeah, it helps me."
Sorry. It's writing my memoirs because this game's gonna fucking kill me.
It happens.
You think Pauly's gonna just need time essentially to kind of heal up, or to kind of wake up?
Can Ymir just throw one of his, empty one of his potions of healing onto Pauly to just speed that along so he's back on his feet?
You can definitely open up that gullet and pour it on down there.
All right, very good. Well, I'm going to use one of those. Yep, use. There we go.
You just
And
handed me
it's 7.
a normal great axe before, didn't you?
Yes, just a standard. Ymir's trusty great axe. It's just a standard great axe.
All right, cool. I'm
it's
just
just
adding
got
it into my D&D Beyond.
If you want to add to the notes, it has goblin guts and blood stained all over it. That's
Wonderful. Thank you.
That's about it. And it smells of goblin head. But other than that, it's a normal great axe.
Lovely. Cheers.
Yeah, so I had 7 points on
Thank
Pauly
you.
to get him back on his feet, and I look at the bird and say, "Don't you forget this," and I walk away. I start making my way back towards the entrance.
Pauly remembers.
How do I update my equipment in the? Sorry, Dan.
Yep.
How do I update my equipment? Because I've got it in D&D Beyond, but I don't have it in the app.
I'm just doing it I'm doing mine in the app. So if you double click on yourself, you can just hit add weapon.
Actually, hey,
and then edit
before you walk off, I actually also found that same strength potion that I got before from last session in the chest. Okay, I'll say to you, Mia, potion for potion, and then I hand you the potion.
Works for me. Ymir takes it.
We'll use that bad boy.
Ymir takes it and adds it to his inventory. So I have to go.
I'll put it in there for you, Dill.
All right, thank you.
I think I can actually just drag it from one inventory to the other.
Oh, cool.
It should now be under your consumables.
Yep,
so
there it is.
For Jacob, adding items, you can either just add new item, which is an option. Alternatively, I think there's an item tab up in the top right. There's sort of like a little bag, which is an items directory.
Little bag.
Back in 1 second.
Oh, yep.
I have 3 health potions. Why are they in my bag?
Let me see if I can. You should be able to open that items folder, and there are some types of items in there. Maybe not enough. I'll need to add more.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be right back for a second. Yeah. Give me a moment.
That's cool. We'll take a quick 30-second, 60-second break.
I've got 3. I know I've got 3 health potions.
Wow.
They're not my thingo. There's one there, but I can't see anymore.
Yeah, did you put them in D&D Beyond, or did you hand them out? Or...
In D&D Beyond.
Okay. Well, I can look at those, but I kind of don't while we're in the game. But whatever is easier for you to look at and monitor, of course.
Okay, I'll put them into Forge then. All right, there you go.
The way I've been
it's up to you.
Them in Forge, if I have multiple, I just add them as charges.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah,
So
there's quantity, yeah.
I'm happy for you to track whatever's easier for you, as long as you're consistent and you know that you're consistent about it. If I'm giving you items, I'm likely going to put them in your Forge one just because it's in front of me. And then you could usually go and add items to your D&D Beyond one later anyway. You can look up those same items and add them.
Okay, right. I'll use another health potion too. I don't know why it's not. I think I've written it in there, but it isn't actually an item.
Okay. Can you test something
Potion
for
of
me? If you go
healing.
to the right-hand side, top right, where there's like the little book where it says compendium packs.
It's top right hand corner, or in the actual piece, in the actual sheet.
In the little menu of the main forge thing, where there's like the chat log, the combat tracker, etc.
There's a book. Yep.
That says compendium packs. You click that, and under items, there should be an items bracket shared. It's like
yeah, I see it. Yep.
VTT shared compendium, NFG all. That should be an item list that you should be able to pull, like search for items in there and drag them into your character sheet, I believe.
Right, I can see that now. Yep. Okay, perfect. I'll do that now.
Yeah. So that might be an easier way as well to make sure that both sheets are kind of matching up.
Ooh. Wait. Ooh.
Mostly just because they have cool icons.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh yeah, and you saw the other thing that you picked up?
I just saw that thing. I just saw that thing too.
Yeah.
Am I walking? Oh, okay. I might actually give those to Thorendir.
Well, what have you got there, Pauly?
Well, I found these boots and they're pretty cool, but I mean, I reckon they're more for dwarves.
Some say these boots were made for walking.
Actually, no, these boots were made for striding and springing.
Oh, striding and sprinting.
Springing.
Springing? What's a springing there, Pauly?
Yeah, like jumping.
Oh, jumping.
I've got no real need for jumping, seeing as I can fly. So I mean, I thought you could use them.
Ah, well, lovely there. Well, all right. Can you describe them to me, Pauly? Like, what do they look like? What's the flavor of them? Like,
These
Give
bad
him
boys.
to Winfred so he can jump off the ropes to enemies.
These bad boys. Well, I'm pretty sure Thorendir walks slower than us because of his slow, smaller feet, right?
Correct.
Yep. And I'm at 30 feet for that as well. Actually.
Oh, did they give me an extra 5 feet?
Huh? I'm not finished. I'll explain them to you.
Right.
This is a wondrous item.
Describe to me what they, or as Aaron was saying, like, give me the flavor. I'll let you describe what they actually look like. Have they got the Nike tick? Are we looking more like Puma? Are they high tops?
These bad boys are the flyest kicks from the flyest designer around. What's the designer going to be called? All right.
That's an excellent question. Well, it's got to be.
I'm trying to think of fantasy. I'm trying to think of a fantasy version of Adidas.
Oh no, they're the D&D version of Off-White.
Yes, the D&D, like Yeezy. Okay, they're Yeezys. They're straight Yeezys.
Yeah.
Fuck it, they're just Yeezys. Okay.
The Yeezys.
Yep. Yeah. So these bad boys are Yeezys. They are the flyest fresh kicks ever. Gundren must have had a sick eye, waited 3 days in line for these bad boys, and just left them here like an idiot. Not knowing much about shoes, Pauly just hands them to Thorendir, going, well, I mean, dwarf like shoes, don't they? But these boots, while you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet, unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump farther than your remaining movement would allow.
By golly, that's going to come in handy when I put on the dashing cloak of night and become invisible and do a little stealth with you. I could almost keep up with you now, Pauly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, my boy. Well, I'll gladly accept these if, I do appreciate the gift. And Thorendir kicks off his old boots and steps into these Yeezys.
Sick Yeezys.
They've got that magic technology where they adjust to your foot size. They auto strap up back to the future.
Are you
Yeah.
Back to the Future and me? Yes, I was gonna say you might even fucking flying me right now.
Actually, we'll just make them those. They're even more expensive than Yeezys.
Yeah, they are.
They're like 30 grand.
Yeah, fucking oath they are.
And that is a wondrous item. There you go. Enjoy Thorendir.
No, thank you.
I just thought I thought you were the best person for them, seeing as the walking
Mm.
speed would definitely help you. In an extra 5
Yeah.
feet is a lot.
And that 3 times your jumping capacity. So I think your athletics or your strength kind of dictates how far you can long jump.
Yeah.
These triple that. It's not high jump, but it is long jump if you need to like cross, a chasm or whatever.
Well, Thorendir's all about that long dick. Well, I mean, long jump.
Oh, well, Ymir wouldn't know about that.
It's mate.
All right, cool. So yeah, you're in this sort of dank cavern. You fought off the ochre jelly, and you got some new kicks as this sort of time passes. You've been having this conversation. Winfred, the rage kind of leaves you. The sparks of electricity seem to sort of dissipate from you, and you go back into that regular scheduled bear programming.
Can I use a potion, another potion of healing? If that's all right.
If you want. I mean, yeah, so on a meta level, and I remind you of this just because you guys are new to D&D, yes, the healing options you have are chug a potion, take a short rest,
Chug a beer.
or some kind of healing spells, right? So those are usually the 3 major ways.
Maybe we could have a short rest. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for a short rest.
done.
Have a look at my boots and.
I
Polish
don't
them.
really need a short rest, so I'm just gonna keep watch.
Yeah, I'm with Winfred on this. Because I don't need it.
When
either.
I end Berserker's Rage or Teddy Bear Rage, do I have to suffer any like exhaustion or anything like that?
No, so you don't undergo any exhaustion for just your regular rages. Ymir has potential for
I
exhaustion.
do from now on.
Yeah,
Because of my
only
sub.
if you frenzy, which is sort of
Yeah,
like...
but I'm always going to frenzy. Let's be real.
Yeah, fair enough. So he's got like a rage above, which lets him do an extra
Rage
attack.
plus.
Rage
It's
plus.
called KO Ken.
Yeah, exactly, but it takes a lot out of him. I think though your exhaustion level would be at 0 now. I'm just going to reset that for you in
Yeah,
Foundry.
cut out there, Dan.
Yeah, you
Cut
cut
out
out
there.
Sorry,
pretty heavily on that one.
I think I need to change it to push to talk because...
I think it's just your noise gate might be a bit hectic.
Yeah, all right, let me see if I can fix that.
Do I and then with short rest, do I just heal full to full health?
No, you use your hit die.
So you get to spend hit dice.
Right.
And spending that hit dice, you get to... You have 3 hit dice because you're level 3. You can choose how many you want to spend, roll them essentially one after the other, and you get to get whatever value you get plus your con modifier as health back. And that takes the full hour. You have at least an hour of rest. Let me...
Okay, so
roll-
actually I rolled a 5, and then I get a +3.
For your con modifier?
It says 1 sec. Oh, +1. So I get you're right. I get 6. I got 6 health in total.
Cool.
Right. Perfect. Back on 13. That's good. I'm happy with that.
All right. So the sort of hour passes without problem, and Pauly is feeling much more fighting fit after that.
Lovely. You're really scared to stay there, Pauly.
Scared myself. Actually, can I have a look at my Talon and see if she's okay?
Mm-hmm. Give me an investigation check. You, especially in this gloom, you don't really notice any difference. You run your fingers across the blade, sort of the flat side of the blade. You're not sure if there are pockmarks in it or if that was just sort of the roughness of the steel, or whether it's just dust or grit. Yeah, you're not really sure right now.
Okay. Shit.
Jacob, do you want to hit your macro to end rage?
Oh yeah,
because I think that changes all your strength and all that kind of stuff.
there we go.
Yeah. Cool. All right, continuing on. This maze of passages and an old mining area leads further on. You've rescued Pauly from the ochre jelly, and realized that this area was a bit of a dead end.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Is it worth going and just checking out the rest of that little dead end alcove,
If you
or
like.
have we gotten everything out of that?
No. I can tell you that. Winfred, it's okay. There's nothing there, buddy.
Okay. All right. Let's get the fuck
there
out
is
of
a
the
light,
spooky
fellas. There is a light leading towards the rail.
Yeah, cool. All right.
So you make your way.
Pauly, maybe it's best if you just stick with us from now on.
That's what I'm waiting for.
So yeah, you do see some light
I
up
just see you
ahead.
just dashing ahead, and I was just like, let's not do that again.
There is certainly a light up ahead. It appears some torches ensconced on the walls have been lit, and from that area you can even make out what appears to be sort of a large, maybe like a vault door that is currently closed.
Is that to the east or the north?
Northeast. Directly
All
east, there is a regular kind of looking door.
Yeah, Ymir's heading towards the eastern area of this cave instead of going north, because we've already Ymir's reasoning behind this is we've already gone to the west, so we may as well check the east before we continue onward.
All right, I'll follow Ymir.
Ymir walks to the door. Is it locked or unlocked?
So you try the door. It appears to be locked.
Okay.
Possibly locked, possibly rusted shut.
Ymir
try
kicks it and bounces off it.
I can try lockpick it.
All right, well, I bounced off it, so I bounce past Pauly and land on the ground behind him.
And is that sleight of hand?
It's I think it'd be the equivalent of sleight of hand, because it would be a dexterity check plus your proficiency. So it'd actually be more than your sleight of hand. Just give me a d20 plus 5.
Okay. D20 plus 5. 15.
Mm-hmm. After a minute or two working at it, you hear sort of the satisfying clink of a lock giving way under your deft touch.
Hang on, where did everybody go?
Where's Aaron?
I'm here. What's up?
Okay. Do you want to go through first, Ymir?
Oh, trust me. Ymir's in. Open that door. So you click that door open. Ymir's in.
So you come through into this corridor, Ymir. You're instantly sort of assailed by kind of a dusty, old, stale smell, and this may be a familiar smell to you, but it's almost like the smell of old bodies, stale blood, and the bones of humanoid creatures. Ahead of you, splintered stone benches and heaps of rubble, with a partially collapsed ceiling in this area, and there are a number of benches and tables in here, as well as a number of weapon racks holding what appear to be sort of dusty, rusted weapons. There's also the bones of several dwarves and orcs lying around on the floor.
Can I so by the looks of it, this would be a weapon rack, would it not?
Yep.
And this would be a snake-ish longsword.
Sure. Yep.
I'm gonna call it like a Chris knife, but it's a sword.
Yeah.
Can I just
A knife
pick-
called Chris.
Exactly, Chris the knife. Can I pick all of those weapons up and just add them to the arsenal?
Sure. You start pulling weapons up. They are heavily covered in rust, which
I'll just pee on them.
yeah, you think you may need to have some work done to kind of sand them back and redo them. As you're doing this, you hear the clink, 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 clink as the bones begin to knit themselves together. And
can I possibly? No.
Yeah.
Can I possibly do like Ymir is like he loves his weapons.
Yep.
So Ymir wants to do like he's grabbed all of the like. How many weapons would you say Ymir has currently picked up from this rack and the floor around him?
I think in the time that these skeletons begin to stand up,
You got to remember Ymir is quite swift
Thorendir,
when
you
it
with
comes
us?
to sticky fingering things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
think you've got probably like 3
Aaron?
weapons.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Okay,
you've got
so-
2 hands and 1 under your elbow.
I'm here.
All right, so
Do you wanna move
I'd
yourself into
imagine the one that I'm
sorry.
standing on
I'm
top
playing
of,
in my
like
head
this,
at the moment. Where are you?
this curvish.
Don't worry
jagged
about too much about
thingy.
the map itself, but like you tell me what you find, and I'll go
right,
along
so-
with it, right?
Ymir finds like I'd imagine Ymir finds like a dwarven bearded axe, like battle axe, double bearded battle axe, much like the old one that he's given to Winfred. A long sword, like a claymore, but it's snaking, so it's
Guys.
curved a lot. And just a basic another shiny, like kind of shiny, kind of rusty, but just like standard longsword build. But Ymir
Winfred
in,
sort of like just walks over to Ymir and just starts like jostling his shoulder very violently.
but Ymir's
like,
Ymir's
"Ymir!"
still very very into this the axe and the snaking longsword claymore. Is he able to inspect those a little bit more closely to see if it's like
Winfred stands
Like
up on 2
rust
hind legs,
rot?
and you just hear this voice boom from behind you, like, "God damn it, you goddamn Goliath! Turn around, you
tell you-
dipshit!"
Tell you what, Dylan,
Ymir
I
continues-
love this, and I'm going to give you inspiration for this, but I'm also going to have you skip the first round of combat because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like
that's fine.
you're looking at these weapons, going like. Yeah, like maybe even telling the group this, like, oh, this is a Chris Dwarven longsword. Like, oh, I've heard so much about these. Yeah, my cousin had one of these.
This is a fantastic Chris dwarven claymore and a bearded battle axe. Check
Yeah.
these out. Would I be able to like, look at
These
those a bit
belong in
more
a
to see if it's-
museum.
Fucking
see if
hell,
it's,
I'm
like,
just gonna
surface
roll
rotted.
initiatives.
To see if it's like surface rot, into the point where if it's like surface rot, Ymir could use it, or if it's like just
Oh, you
basically
gotta be
like
kidding
rust
me.
rot.
Yeah.
Rust rot, where it's like if I hit something with it, it's just going
It's
to
gonna
like
fall apart.
it'll do
Yeah.
a little bit of damage, but it'll fall to pieces
We
immediately.
both rolled terribly. It's okay.
I'm going to let you do
I
that
rolled a 1.
on your turn when we get to your turn.
Yep,
in
that's
initiative
fine.
order.
I'll roll by initiative now. Anyway.
Yeah. And
Thorin, did you roll? Oh, this is unbelievable.
Initiative, boys.
That's amazing.
Should we be coming through now?
All right, we're good.
yeah,
Uh,
I love it. And
Oh my God.
so you have inspiration, Dylan, for perfectly role playing Ymir there, which is sort of like a thing you get to hold on to. You can either spend it to get advantage on one of your D20 rolls, or you can give it to an ally to convey to them advantage on one of their.
Okay. Yeah.
And also people can, if they're in the chat, donate their hero points, their loyalty points to convey the same effect, right? Inspiration on one of the players, or me, the dungeon master, if they want me to fuck you guys up even harder.
Rude.
people
But-
of Dan's chat, I could really use a bit of inspiration right now.
But first up, we have Thorendir, who sort of was lagging behind the group a little bit here, possibly taking in all the sights of this sort of old dwarven mine. And you've stepped into this room and seen sort of the bones of orcs and dwarves, as well as sort of this almost feels like a bit of a tomb, but or the aftermath of some kind of battle, as these old bodies have kind of desiccated and fallen apart, but now they stand up as skeletons and sort of pull rusted short swords and bows out, and it is your turn. And Winfred's been just given two things of inspiration.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely. Okay. So my turn, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Well, Thorendir sees obviously these skeletons right next to him and shit popping up out of fucking everywhere. And and he'll do the old double flourish.
I tried sending that GIF from Community and it's fucked up.
And we'll hit with the longsword and the rapier.
Oh yeah. So you, Thorendir comes in a dervish of blades. The 15 will hit. The 5 will not. And so you got it slashing one-handed.
One-handed, yeah.
Yeah. As you cut in or pierce into this, or I guess slice in with the longsword into the skeleton, dishing a solid 6 slashing damage there. What's he got? Vulnerabilities. Cool. It is still standing, but it doesn't look like it could deal with many more of those kind of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Thorendir?
No, that'll end my turn.
Next up, we've got the neighborly skeleton. This one is the sort of old, seems to be dressed in sort of leathers of an orc, carrying its own, we're going to say it's carrying a battle axe too, sort of a rusted axe. Rusted great axe. It seems legit.
Oh man, I'm gonna need a tetanus shot.
Yeah, and it steps up to Winfred. Is there a reason why there's like a green AoE thing? Here?
That was me trying to measure things. My bad.
Okay.
How do I get rid of it?
You'll need to click on the measuring tool again. You can Control Z, or you can click on the measuring tool again, click epicenter of it, and then hit delete.
That is very useful information for me because I do that all the time.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to roll it just as a short sword. Let's see how this goes. But it misses Winfred. These old bones ain't got nothing on you, as they're sort of moving still a bit stiffly and slow after all these years. Ymir, give me a what would be a good check here? Let me see kind of see what stats you got. What's Ymir all about? Let's give me a survival check here to sort of know the the quality of these blades, like what it's going to require. You know, are they at risk of falling apart? They are quite rusted.
Can I give myself inspiration on that?
Yep, you can burn the inspiration on this for sure. The most important check, honestly.
Roll with advantage.
Yep.
On that one. Yep. Okay.
So there is, you can actually, on your character sheet, there is a little inspiration button that you can trigger so that you know that you've got it as a charge.
I rolled a 12.
Cool. Look, I'll give you one of the weapons. As in, one of the weapons is probably going to be okay to wield, but it's definitely not looking great. You think it's not going to hold up to a lot of... yeah, I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, cool. So Ymir looking at these weapons, one in each hand. The claymore that looks like it would just be ridiculously heavy to wield, and the battle axe that is equally as heavy, and goes, And then he puts the claymore on his back and wields the great axe.
Excellent. All right, and then you turn
and turns around and looks at the party and goes, "Hey guys, check out this weapon What's going on here?"
About fucking time.
As another skeleton comes up to you, Winfred, and tries to shank you a little bit here. Not having a lot of luck, these old skeletons. Maybe your boy Dan needs a bit of the old inspiration juice.
How about no?
This one does hit though. This sort of third one that comes up to you, and pierces you with that short sword. You're gonna take 7 damage there as it kind of rips into your flesh. Ymir, you notice that next to you is a skeleton that's kind of like crawled up from underneath the table. This sort of dwarven skeleton, and he's going to try and take a swing at you. And that's going to be a miss as it sort of clangs off your heavily armored hide. Your armor class.
So are you saying he hit me in the butt?
Correct. Yeah, he climbing out from under the table tries to slice you in the butt. But you're not wearing no assless chaps. You got that skull mail, and you just hear this sort of shink as metal on metal. Pauly, you're standing next to a bear that's about to get piled on. It seems by skeletons.
Yeah, I'm gonna move just to 1 second. Wait, it won't let me. Oh, the game's paused.
Oh, is it? Sorry, my bad. What have we done? Come on, game. Catch up. It's not catching up.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna move to here. But I'm gonna throw a dagger at the skeleton attacking Thorendir first.
So attacking with an offhand weapon, I think you can do as a bonus action. I'm not sure if you can throw a weapon and attack with your main hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look it up. Can you use a bonus action to throw a dagger? Because I know you can definitely use it. Oh yeah, apparently you can. Sweet, awesome.
Okay.
Go.
I'll throw the dagger, but I will attack the one in front of me as well. But should I do that first and then then?
Yeah, do that first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll attack with Talon. 21. That
21
feels like
will
that's good.
definitely hit. Yep.
14.
Cool. So that first one, what does that look like as it goes down to your sort of just first strike?
I just like as I whip out the talon, I just slice its head off and then bat its skull away.
Its skull goes rolling comically to the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And then you spin and turn around, a dagger in the other hand, and throw it back at the skeleton in front of Thorendir. A 6 is not going to cut it though, I'm afraid. Oh, that's your talons. I think you clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, 1 sec. I did, yes. Yeah, because that'd be a lot higher. It's like +5. 1 second. 13?
13's right on the nose. Yep.
5.
Jesus.
No, so it's just 5.
Oh, right, okay.
This skeleton, you knock out a bunch of its ribs, they kind of explode, but it is still standing, though barely so.
And that's all I can really do at this point in time.
Next up, we've got the engaging skeleton. It's just really
good at
I love
conversation.
some of the names on these. We've got neighborly skeleton, conspiration.
Can we change that to neighborino?
Neighborino skeleton.
We've got the cheery skeleton.
Thorendir, despite the skeleton being hit by a dagger, it doesn't throw off its aim by any stretch, and the sword comes out, glancing into you for 7 piercing damage.
Ah! 7.
7, correct. And Winfred, the skeleton at the back here, stands up, draws a bow, and fires at you.
Okay.
But it misses as you're able to kind of duck down behind the pile of skeletons harassing you and avoid it. As it's finally your turn.
Alrighty. I'm sort of like reacting to all of these skeletons attacking me, and I'm like, stop it, stop it, stop it, and then just get my axe and swing and cleave, and I want to try and attack this guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
With cleaving, can I hit multiple targets at once or not?
Currently, no. So
Currently, no. Okay.
That is a skill. I know that it's sort of like a feat that you can get. It's sort of like a if you kill one target, you get to do like another attack on a target next to them, kind of thing, because it kind of goes through them, right? But you're not there yet. You're still in barbarian training.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
If that becomes part of your fighting style that you want to work on, then that's maybe something we can look at in the future.
Cool. And with that, I also want to activate my rage.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to activate my rage like as I'm swinging, or like do I have to do it after?
No, yeah, you can do your movement bonus and regular action in any order. So you can rage first and then attack for sure.
Yeah. I pretty much what I want to do is like, I said stop in the big loud booming bear voice. Activate my rage, and we're going to do another one of these, which I fucking love this mechanic. Yes, this is what I wanted. So for everybody else sitting in the chat, when this attack is affected, all of the creatures in your aura take 2 fire damage. Now, unfortunately, this means all creatures in my aura, which is why I was measuring before. So as I cleave for the skeleton in front of me, this one here, I'll swing for damage for him.
So first of all, you're raging first though, right? Effectively.
Yes.
If you have to kind of slow down and put things in order.
Yeah.
So describe to me what the heat coming off Winfred looks like. What does that effect look like as he rages out again?
Just imagine think like Goku going into Super Saiyan mode. Like you just hear Winfred yell out, "I said stop!" And then all of a sudden there's just a flicker of just flame that's burst off of him in a circular motion outwards. It's for about 10 feet. And everybody within 10 feet takes 2 fire damage.
Thanks.
Sorry. I was hoping you'd get far enough away. And then I swing for damage to this guy in front of me.
Cool.
I don't have my axe in my weapons thing.
It hasn't been added yet.
It hasn't been added to it.
Let me give you a great axe. Are you using you're using Foundry, aren't you?
I am using Foundry. I can go into D&D Beyond.
That's right. I've got you covered, Boo. There it is.
Okay, cool. Weapons. I see unarmed strike, javelin, warhammer, and bear claws.
Underneath bear claws should be great axe.
No, it's not showing up. Let me just refresh the page.
Yeah.
See if it reloads it. Loading.
So far.
So far, I'm fucking loving it. This is fantastic.
I may have just ordered 20 chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, good.
Good.
There we go. Great axe.
Nuggies.
17, 13 damage.
Cool. Do you want to
So
describe
yeah,
to me what that
I've
looks like?
I've sort
as
of like
this-
slammed my hands down. I've exploded in a lick of flame, and then I've grabbed my axe and I've just sliced through this skeleton in front of me. And considering I've seen that he's dead, I sort of just cleave him in two. So it's just a chest and a pair of legs just depart from each other.
Excellent, and it goes back to becoming inanimate bones clattering on the ground there.
Yeah.
As Pauly has to put out a couple of embers that have been getting into his feathers. We
His
get
tail feathers.
we get to Thorendir.
Well, Thorendir, obviously, he was hit before by this skeleton abomination. He looks back at him and goes, "Ha! Surely you can't survive another Spanish grip." And he's back again with the rapier. Oh no! Oh no! And then also hit with the longsword.
It's funny. Your rapier seems like your rapiers hasn't worked both times.
I know, right? Will the 23 hit?
A 23 will absolutely hit.
The count for 7 damage. No, sorry, 5 damage.
Yeah. So what does that look like? As so he's got a sword in each hand. Does he Spanish grip them both, or is like one back? Like is one sort of the parry?
Essentially, you know, the first thrust was the big longsword coming down, slice through, and then the rapier sort of went across the face and missed. But it intrigued the skeleton. He went to lunge, hit Thorendir back, did a little scrape on the arm. But then the old flick back with the Spanish grip to distract the skeleton. And then as he looked up, the big longsword come down the other hand. And, you know, essentially the old cleave the fucking skull in two. Like, you know, but like shattered it a bit. Like it wasn't a clean cut. It was a heavy hunk of metal hitting the head of the skeleton. It just
Excellent.
Yeah, good.
Cool. Ymir, you see Pauly take a bit of heat. Winfred cut down a skeleton. Thorendir cut down a skeleton. And now this one who's been trying to clap your cheeks, but ineffectually, is right up in your grill here.
Ymir
Winfred is
has
currently
the,
on fire.
Yeah, that I haven't seen that yet. I haven't turned around yet. I'm
right.
sure that's a story for another minute. Ymir has this battle axe in his right hand. Basically, the bladed one of the bladed edges is touching the ground about here. And without moving the axe, Ymir turns towards this skeleton, brings it up over his head. Well, yeah, and brings it down on this motherfucker.
But the skeleton is able to crawl out or sort of step out the way, and this big blow comes down and cuts this table in half, shattering the ancient wood.
Jesus.
But the skeleton remains unmarred.
And then Ymir looks to his left to see a flaming bear and just goes, "Bear friend, what the fuck happened to you?"
I was waiting for that. Right. Winfred's raging. He doesn't hear you.
Yeah, he's just got the blood in his ears.
Yeah. Winfred is seeing red right now. Quite literally, he's on fire. Like,
yeah. And speaking of the sort of rage that he's in is only exacerbated by this cheery skeleton. Seemingly, well, I mean, all skeletons are kind of cheery, aren't they? They just got that grin going all the time.
fuck off.
Are we talking like that Domio grin or like that Chelsea grin? What are we talking?
Well, Winfred's maybe about to have one version of a Domio grin as this skeleton slices into him, doing 6 damage. Though you only get to take 3 because you are raging.
Yeah, boy.
The conscientious skeleton, who is conscientious enough to get out of the way of Ymir's massive attack, tries to get back at him here, but misses. It grazes off the armor.
Ymir smiles menacingly.
Oh, it's not scale mail. It's half plate. Jeez.
Yeah.
Why is your armor class 19?
Because he's still got his shield sort of strapped to his arm at the minute.
Okay. All right. Well, then you can't use a
He's-
double-handed weapon, Molfrere.
That's why he swung it over in a extreme way. As of this point, now that he's in combat, he's going to drop his shield.
Okay.
And
Okay. Let's reassess that armor class. Now, having said that, a shield gives you 2. So where's the other?
the
two
half
coming
plate
from?
makes me 17. Half plate makes me 17. Shield makes me 19. That's what it's come up with through the app.
Probably.
What's
Okay.
that? What's that? What do I hear? A retcon? Ah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So if I remove the shield right now, Gavin's dropping it. It drops me down. It hasn't auto updated for some reason. But in
maybe it doesn't
in D&D in D&D Beyond with just the half plate on, because I've unequipped the shield in D&D Beyond.
I trust you.
My armor class is 17.
Okay,
so.
that's cool.
I'll be back. My nuggies are here.
Oh, how
yeah, good.
convenient for you and your nuggies.
Oh dear.
I'm so curious as to where he's getting this other 2 armor class from.
Has he been fucking doing little mysteries on you?
Oh, it's a puzzler. Look, I thought I was throwing all the puzzles at you guys, but Ymir's got his own puzzles happening.
Look, we may beat the challenge of the cave. But will we ever beat the challenge of Ymir's extra 2 AC?
Maybe not. Maybe he's just fucking thick-headed, and that's where it comes from.
Yeah, he's bamboozling you.
I feel bamboozled because I'm looking at it going half plate, armor class 15, sweet, and then shield gives you a but even D&D Beyond says that puts him at 17. Someone in maybe I was gonna look at this some other time, but then if I equip the shield, it bumps it up to 19. So what are you doing to me, D&D Beyond? Does everyone just get 2 AC for being cool, or is it just this guy because he's so?
I
Yeah,
would
it's
love
just
2
this guy.
AC for being cool.
Apparently, I have 19 with the shield. I don't know what's going on with that, but
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
I thought you said
would
I
take
have 19 nuggets. I was like, I would have thrown a fit.
Bruh, I haven't counted them yet. Find out.
All right, cool. We'll continue. I reckon there must be something coming from somewhere, and that's fine. It's probably like a feature of being a Goliath.
Maybe stones.
Could be something like that. It's fine. I'm happy to accept it as is. So 17 and 19 are your breakpoints, but you need to be aware that if you have the shield, so you're having the 19, you don't have it. You can't even wield a 2-handed weapon like a great axe. Long swords and stuff are versatile, so you can switch those. But yeah, and in doing so, the skeleton has failed to hit you. So you're sitting right and pretty. Speaking of pretty, the pretty little parrot is up now.
I'm going to move back forward a bit just to here
Mhm.
and attack this bad boy with Talon.
12 unfortunately is not enough. As you step in, some of your footing is a bit off as you kind of climb over the rubble and the remains of these felled opponents, and you're just shy of sort of hitting this thing as it's kind of.
And then I wield my last dagger because I only had 3. I wield my last dagger and then try to stab at the creature.
So you threw one in the jelly creature.
Yeah.
And you threw one at Thorendir's thing. Yeah.
This is my 3rd.
That's dirty 20. I'd love to see it.
14.
Cool. How do you want to do this?
With like basically just using the Talon as like a parry, so he goes to swing is like his sword at me, but I use Talon to parry it up and then stab him right in the eye socket.
Perfect.
You stab a skeleton in the eye socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just play around, just mash
Just
it around.
give him a little
bit.
lobotomy.
Yeah.
Just wiggle it.
I'm just mash around a bit.
Yeah, you just kind of mash buttons for a bit. You do an Eddie Gordo flip, and then the skeleton falls over. Winifred.
All right. This last skeleton here, he's the one who hit me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Winfred feels the blade like scrape across his chin, and turns back to the skeleton. And I want to make a raging unarmed strike because I've got bear claws raging. I haven't actually used yet.
But do you have the right to bear arms?
Are you an American bear?
Hey, you fucking shunned me for saying that.
So you drop the axe then, because the axe takes both hands.
Yeah. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and rip out his spine. Like Scorpion style, just rip it straight out of his shoulders. So I just got bear claws raging. 15. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So describe to me the spine rip scorpion action.
So it's basically a very simple act of revenge. Winfred sort of feels the blade scrape across his chin, takes 3 damage, turns back to him, drops his axe, and then just extends his arm out underneath the skeleton's chin and just rips it out, lifts it up and rips it out. And just holds the skeleton head in his hand and crushes it.
Excellent. And it just sort of turns to dust. Or possibly Warhammer pieces, we'll never know, and shatters across the floor.
Hey, listen, I just want you to know it is actually cheaper to buy all the makeup of a human being, all the elements, than it is to buy one single Warhammer model.
Jesus. That's fucked.
There you go. Bit of facts for you.
Yeah. Is that your turn? Or?
No, that fact is as well as that.
It's a freebie, free action.
I've still got a bonus action, don't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can I attack with my bonus action since I'm raging?
No. So that's the special thing about Ymir. So his bonus action lets him attack as a berserker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a lot that I can do with my bonus action, is there?
For now, no. I think more things open up later, potentially. Okay. But cool. Barbarians are typically very I hit the thing, and I'm good at hitting the thing, and I hit it more.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to pick up my axe, and I'll end my turn.
Cool. Yeah. Thorendir.
Well, okay. Well, Thorendir, grabbed mine. We'll walk past Ymir here and do the old double flourish on this unsuspecting victim that is a goblin. Not goblin, I mean, fucking. Wow, the longsword's doing all the damage. Rapier's doing fuck all. Will a 19 hit?
A 19 will certainly hit.
I was listening to Dungeons and Daddies the other day, and one of the characters has nunchucks as a weapon.
Of course.
And whenever he flourishes his nunchucks, he has to roll above a certain number, otherwise he hits himself in the nuts. And as soon as you said flourish, I was like, roll not to hit yourself in the nuts.
Yeah.
Now, the Spanish grip with the rapiers is like, have you ever seen a magician where it's he's doing a card trick?
Mm-hmm.
That's the hand that distracts you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the distraction, the finesse, the Spanish grip, and then it's the fucking longsword that comes out on your face that you don't see.
No. Aaron, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Did you hit yourself in the nuts?
No, it wasn't a 1. No. No, I think Thorendir hitting himself in the nuts with his rapier is going to do more damage than any of these skeletons.
He's going to do more damage to the rapier.
Oh yeah, dude.
So 7 damage to the skeleton. It looks quite. I mean, if skeletons could look bloodied, it would be bloodied. But for now, it is just looking majorly damaged as Ymir steps up to the plate, wearing half plate, wielding an axe, which is kind of like a plate on a stick.
Well, he does a little bit of damage.
4 is just enough, my dude. Describe to me this amazing kill.
Wow. Ymir brings it down right into the middle. of the skeleton's head. And then as the skeleton's body starts to lose its gusto and collapse, the head stays attached to the axe. So Ymir raises his hand up to just below the actual bladed part of the axe and holds on to, what would you call it, the bridge of the axe, and rips this skeleton's head off and says, "Hey, you get the fuck off my axe," and then like throws it at the wall and it shatters.
Excellent. I hear talking in the background, and I'm all about it.
Oh.
You have solved my skeleton puzzle, as the dust kind of settles, and you're each looking at the sort of remains around here. Let me describe to you again kind of the room you find yourself in. A combination of sort of a barracks and maybe some kind of office space. There's sort of a desk here, a door behind what appeared to be sort of storage cupboards and things like that. Ymir, I imagine, sort of after cleaving the skeleton, seeing no more moving enemies, turns back to the weapon rack and continues sort of perusing.
Pretty much.
Are there any more skeletons that didn't get up in that whole ordeal?
No.
Okay, cool. Because what I was going to do was I was just going to go and step on the skulls of all the skeletons so they didn't get back up again.
Yep. You can definitely do that anyway. So even the ones you sort of took apart, you go around just sort of crushing any kind of any leftover pieces that look like they could be large enough to be threatening.
Yep. I do exactly that.
Pauly, you see sort of a chamber that, or this side of the chamber used to be some kind of office or storeroom of some kind. It's got a stone
I was hoping to look
counter.
I was hoping to look at the counter. Yeah.
So on the counter itself, there are sort of iron scales, and you in sort of the cupboard behind it seems to be centuries old paper, sort of rolled up into little cubby holes, and obviously the door behind this storeroom here.
Can I delicately bring out those papers to see what's on them?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check to see how delicate you are. That's pretty good.
It's quite slight.
You sort of
Sleight of claw.
You pull it out. Brushing some of the dust off with your feathers, and sort of the paper kind of crinkles a little bit as you spread it out, and this appears to be sort of or a lot of these documents. Actually, do you read Dwarvish?
No.
They're in Dwarvish.
Okay. Thorendir, more of your funny letters.
Oh, more funny letters there. Hold on 1 second. Let me have a read of them letters. I'll pass them over here, Pauly.
And then I give them to Thorendir.
So Thorendir, you can kind of look over some of these. These are definitely sort of like bookkeeping for a business. There's a lot of in and out kind of like this stock came in, we made these sales. It's in sort of an older kind of tongue or an older kind of writing. Some of it is obviously faded with time, but you can definitely make out pieces that look like sales of ore, sales of items. One in particular is a commission that seems to be in progress, or at least it was back then. That it never got marked as filled. That seems to mention Lathander. And you also see some notes about there's sort of tracking on how things came via the main entrance and if they came by the water entrance.
Interesting. Interesting.
Give me an investigation check, actually. Sorry.
Investigation.
That's pretty good. You sort of dig into more of the papers that Pauly pulls out, and you come across sort of a small notebook that has dealings on or dealings that this dwarven clan, the old Rockseekers, had with a fellow. Sorry, I just got to pull up my cool name generator here. That the of dealings with a Big Lips McStubby.
Big Lips McStubby. Why does that bring me back to my earlier days of last I met at a tavern? But I digress there. You lads ever heard any Big Lips? Lads, friends.
Pauly, give me a history check.
Okay.
Probably just Pauly in this instance.
13.
It's hazy. I mean, you've heard of McStubby, but it's an old story. It's one of those old pirate legends that you've probably heard. One of those old stories that you'd heard.
Right.
You're not sure if it was specifically a Big Lips McStubby, but you definitely remember like a Captain McStubby, or hearing about. But it's like an ancient story. It's like 300 years old or something. Like that you kind of hear around the taverns. There might have been one or two songs about it.
Captain McStubby. Oh dear.
And then I guess I'll open this door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's frozen for me. There we go.
Well, this chamber was once, a storeroom of some kind. But in there, you see that there's a small lockbox, a small iron strongbox, essentially, and that if you lift it up, it's quite heavy, and you kind of feel that there's some shifting weight in there.
All right. Well, let's pick that baby.
Mm-hmm. Give me a dexterity check plus your
+5, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck me.
You have a go at it, but you're not sure if it's rust, if it's just beyond your current skill set, but you're just unable to find that latch.
Can I psych myself up? Can I all right, Pauly, come on, man. For a fact there's no single lock that can hold you back, buddy. All right, just kind of slap my face a bit with my talons, going, all right, you got this, and then go for it.
Are your talons on your feet? So like you slap yourself with your feet.
Oh, good point. Actually, I have hands. I always forget.
How else do you hold the blades?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, so like maybe sort of over the next sort of half hour, you hear Pauly.
Oh, actually, can I just use my inspiration?
Do you have inspiration?
Yeah, you gave it for me. You gave it to me for the bear coat thing.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, so you can roll again with advantage.
Okay.
So the first attempt takes a little while. Everyone's kind of waiting around for you. This is happening, I guess, while Thorendir is kind of looking through the papers. Yeah.
If I'm writing it out, do I roll like advantage on it too?
You should just be able to click advantage down the. It's like KH, I think.
Well, there we go.
Did that work? No, it only rolled one.
I got a 24.
Yeah, that's still a really good roll. We'll take that. So you eventually pop the lock on this bad boy, and you take a look in, and this appears there's some notes in here that make it look like you've seen something like this before, where it's sort of like a pay chest, for paying out wages and things like that. Inside is I'll put it in chat there. 600 copper, 180 silver, 90 electrum, and 60 gold pieces.
How much is electrum?
I think it's like 1.5 gold. I can't remember.
Right.
Electrum.
I'll have a little search around in this room anyway and see if there's anything else.
1 electrum's worth 5 silver.
Right. Okay.
And half a gold piece, so it's like 50 cents.
All right. Well, I'll throw it. I'll throw it to I'll throw it all to Thorendir.
Thorendir.
Yes.
I'm throwing you the gold I just found. It's in chat.
Okay.
I mean, 60 gold, 90 electrum, 180 silver, and 600 copper is probably only like half a Warhammer Mini by Thorendir standards.
So hold on, it was 60 gold.
It's in the chat thread in the app, in the Foundry app.
Oh, sorry, I was looking in fucking Discord. Hold on.
That's cool. Yeah, so you find that, and everything's kind of hunky dory.
Perfect. I've been hogging shit. So who wants to do the next thing?
Hold on.
I don't want to do a quick perception check with my nose before we go.
Mm-hmm. Give that sweet schnoz roll.
Cheeky schnoz roll.
Cheeky schnoz with the pals.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I rolled with advantage. One was a 9. One was a fucking 10.
Yeah. And Thorendir.
Right.
Sorry, you go. Yeah.
I was gonna say the smells you smell. You can kind of smell maybe sort of air beyond. Like this area to your south seems to have been fully caved in. There's some like faint smells of the outside. You think that maybe this was, this was a way out at one point, but it is clearly caved in, and trapped this whole area in there. Now to your east, you can smell what smells like more mushrooms, and yeah.
The eaten kind of mushrooms or the poisonous kind of mushrooms?
Both. I don't know. Probably need a tally to let you know the difference.
Damn it. All right. I'm gonna leave the mushrooms the fuck alone. Is there anything else in this storage room?
Really old. So there's like sort of rotten flour. Whatever's kind of in here. The sacks have kind of been split open by rats at some point. Any kind of grain in there is kind of long gone sour.
Okay.
And just sort of really old, and everything outside that little storeroom seems to have been either heavily looted, or at least it has now that Ymir's kind of passed through the weapon rack, or it kind of looks like that. A lot of people kind of died in here and was left abandoned for a long time.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we can either move on or we can have a bit of a rest just to regain some hit points if you guys want. What do you guys want to do?
No, Ymir's fine. He's down to do whatever.
We can see that.
I'll do a short rest because I need to get health again.
Yeah. I might do the same actually. I lost like 10 hit points in that last fight.
Cool. So you're settling down for another short rest, another hour of kind of milling about. Those of you who aren't sort of actively just sort of resting and chilling out.
Scott, was I able to do the thing I was going to do? Or no?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
before I was cut out. No, so the Thorendir, also being a dwarf lord, expert of stone, examines the craftsmanship of this sort of room we're in the cave, and sees like, is there any sort of sneakily inbuilt sort of rooms or anything about?
Absolutely. Give me a perception check, and I'll give you advantage on that because this is sort of your people. Excellent. Whilst this area is obviously worked stone, there seems to be sort of almost like a forward scout or like a reception area. Apart from the special kind of room here that was sort of a little bit of a storage room, you don't think that this area would even warrant
Yeah.
a extra kind of stuff. But you do kind of especially during this hour, you kind of have a look around through all the walls. There is one of the in sort of dried out blood that's sort of turned brown, or sort of a reddish rust color. There's sort of the dwarven rune for prayer, like a dwarven prayer rune. That perhaps one of these who had died or had succumbed to wounds had sort of drawn in blood on the floor, and it looks like they were kind of as most of the doors to this room were locked. It seems like they were kind of sealed in here at some stage, or had sealed themselves in here, but gravely wounded after some kind of battle. You as well during this time you're able to kind of look around and see some of these doors that sort of lead into the northern hall, and obviously another door heading out east. But unless you go further, there's sort of not much else interesting.
No, I don't venture much. I don't venture further. I stay with the Pauly. Well.
Ymir, as the others are kind of resting from their wounds, something that you are not limited by. What do you do?
Ymir wanders up to these two doors directly ahead, to the north. He tries to open this one, and it opens, and sees a body on the floor.
Yeah.
And closes that door back just to be safe.
Yeah.
Backs up and then goes to check this door.
Sure.
And pops on that one and finds a cave. And then closes it. And backs back into the hall and comes back down to the party and goes, hey guys, so to the north, there's a dead guy in a pit. Looks like it continues along the path of where the northerly path in the last room went. And to our east seems to be a cave. I vote cave, but it's up to you.
Kermit the Frog here.
Oh, I don't know.
I reckon we go cave first too.
I'm down for whatever you lead there. You there. What do you smell there, my dear friend? As Thorendir pats Winfred on the back of the head. With love, none of these sarcastic pats.
Smells wrong. What do I get?
Oh,
Well, shit.
That's my fucking nat 20.
So your schnoz rolling, you've had a bit of rest. The blood in your ears and your nose has kind of subsided, because you know how you get stuffy when you get your dander up. You can't get that good schnozzing. So you head up to these doors and sort of get a sniff in both directions.
Yeah.
To the north, you smell. To the north, you actually can smell Hobgoblin. It's faint.
Okay.
You can also smell food.
Ooh.
To the east, you can smell again, like you can smell mushrooms. You can also smell kind of animals.
Mhm.
You can smell slime.
Mm.
And yeah, that's kind of where you're at.
Okay. I'm gonna take Thorendir, pat me on the back of the head as a sort of a like a what do you see, boy? About
Was that trouble at the old mill?
what? Yeah, like
Seems to have gone
hobgoblins,
well.
slime, food. We should definitely go north. There's food that way.
Well then, Pauly, Wilfred, Ymir, let us head down there. Gingerly, as suddenly very happy with new boots, is sort of skipping along the party, but almost skipping too high and trying to avoid the ceiling.
It doesn't make you jump high, mate. It makes you jump far. So you kind of each skip you take is just a little bit like further than you're used to, I think.
Yeah, sort of like he's sort of whoa, like trying to stop himself a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. So you start heading up north. All right, off you go. Show me how it's done. You pop open that door. You see sort of you see the corpse of a what looks like sort of a human in ancient armor. On the ground here, it looks like they'd sort of crawled to the door and collapsed. The area ahead, there is sort of a pit trap here that has already crumbled and opened down, right?
I thought we were going to the cave on the east side.
No, we're definitely going north. There's food up that way.
We're
Oh,
following
okay.
the boy's nose. He rolled a 20.
All right. I walk through the door and immediately use my danger sense of the obvious trap that is standing in front of me. Guys, there's a trap.
Oh,
My danger sense is sensed it.
you telling me we're in a danger zone, Brass?
Danger zone.
That's when I should have the song queued up, but I don't. I'll let you down, boys.
Don't
I'll
worry, I
let
got
you
the song
down.
queued up to my brain.
Yeah.
I have an idea. How about we get the skeletons and we pile it on top of the spikes and then we walk over the skeletons like a bridge.
Ymir just jumps across the gap because it's a short gap, so Ymir just
kinda hops
eagerly,
over.
just briskly hops across and goes and just keeps walking to see what's going on. Ymir's on autopilot.
Winfred calls out ahead, "Don't stray too far from us. You don't want to end up like Pauly," and then mentions toward the half-burned bird sitting beside me.
Ymir finds another door and goes, "Ooh,
Kentucky Fried Pauly.
there's a door here." And he opens this door as well.
Okay. So whilst let me just pause for a sec.
Oh no, I don't want to open that door now if you're pausing. Fuck!
As Ymir, as we play back that scene of Ymir, hopping over the
Gingerly.
the spike trap easily with ease, and Winfred calling out, "You don't want to get too far ahead. We remember what happened to Pauly."
Damn
And the door opens here, and inside you see a let's pop it open here for you, shall we? There are a couple of hobgoblins and bugbears sitting at
Oh,
tables.
for fuck's sake.
Ymir's got this.
Dining in what appears to be sort of a large kind of cafeteria-style room with four
Nah, he's good. He's good.
Thank
four
you,
large
Aaron.
pillars. As he comes in, you see a small goblin step out of what appears to be maybe like a kitchen area or some kind of antechamber room. It's got like a little apron on. that says "Kick the Cook," and he's got like a little tray of cooked meats and vegetables that he's kind of bringing out. And then they all seem to sort of turn to you at the same time as you open the door.
This is where you slowly close the door and walk away.
And we're gonna roll initiative. Hold on, I didn't.
Ymir drinks the fire giant potion.
He will be able to do that on his turn.
Oh, so all right.
There's an action to roll to drink a potion.
I sent a GIF into the group chat on Facebook. Like, that's what Ymir looks like walking into the room.
Let's see if I can bring it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly.
Are we all rolling initiative? Are we?
Yeah,
we've
unless
just
you just
started
want
a
to leave
fight.
him. Unless you just want to leave him to it, I guess.
Oh yes! I'm on a roll.
Fuck, we're all quick to act, aren't we?
Yeah, except for me.
Very motor hobo of you boys.
Ymir's just standing in the doorway, stunned.
No, Ymir's just standing here like, oh yeah, all right, just you wait till it's my turn, guys.
Just you wait until I get my butt kicked.
Yeah, just you wait till I can drink my potion. Ymir's voice goes from a brisk, oh mate, you fucked, to
Oh mate,
Just you fucking wait, boys.
I rolled a 19, but it's not coming up in the
Yeah, bet you did, you cheater. Boom. Oh yeah,
it's in
I see
chat.
how it is. I see
No,
how it is.
that's right. Initiative.
Yeah.
Pauly, it's in the thing.
I
He
didn't show
just
up
sassed
in the,
me. He's
it
just...
didn't show up in the combat tracker. Winfred, from your position, I don't think you see. Do you see? I think you see through that big door as sort of Ymir sort of spins the big vault-like door, and it swings wide open, showing you sort of this corridor into this well-lit cafeteria full of hobgoblins and bugbears.
Okay. I'm gonna like I've pretty much said, like, don't run off. Door swung open, danger is ahead, and Winfred's just gonna go, fuck's sake, and like sprint toward Ymir and just like I've got a little bit of a run up there. It's about 10 feet. I got a little bit of a run up, and I just like dive over the spike trap and just keep running. And I want to get to his position, so I'm just going to use my turn to get to his position.
Yeah.
If that's cool with you.
Yep. If you got the speed for it, I think you can certainly do that.
I've got 30 feet speed, but
you should have.
use
If you sprint, you
You get 60 effectively.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm pretty sure that's like 60 feet. Hang on. It's 45.
45.
Yeah.
You got
Done.
more time.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna pull my great axe out.
Excellent. Your borrowed great axe, I guess.
Yes.
From a dear friend.
And fellow idiot.
Pauly. Ymir's done a Pauly.
Yeah. I'm gonna fly across. Second. Let me just get this right. What's it doing? Why can't I drag it? There we go. I'm gonna fly across, which gives you 50 feet, which I'll map out actually. And I'll go there to 40. I'll go behind Ymir, and I'll shoot my short bow at one of the creatures.
Yeah, there's not a lot of height, but there's just enough distance for you to sort of spread your wings and barrel through at speed in here, leaving Thorendir in your dust as you land, or I imagine you land, or at least hover just off the ground to kind of see through the big vault-like door and take your shot. Now, who are you taking your shot against? Did you want to right-click and or target them if you could? Yep.
There. That bad boy. Dirty 20.
That is certainly good enough. No horns for dirty 20s. We only
Oh,
reward-
sorry. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, no, it's not a real 20.
12 damage.
Now, does your
Maybe.
sneak attack damage? I know it triggers if they're alone.
Well, actually, let me check. Sorry.
Yeah, because I think it's like you separate them from other people, right? Is the whole.
Yeah, no, they're to be alone.
So just 8 damage as there's no talking. There's just pure attack of an interrupted dinners as this arrow fires through and slashes through this bugbear as he kind of stands up. You also like knock over his plates and his cups, and he roars. Like, what was that for? And goes to grab like a big morning star that was leaning against the table. Thorendir.
Yeah, well, Thorendir just gingerly with his new boots just skips over this fucking trap. Yeah,
Hop,
and
skip, and a yeet.
yeah, and hold on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have to make a check or anything for that? Because I
No.
can jump 3 times. Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
the long
you're good.
digs.
And so now you get a
30
30
feet.
feet of movement.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And essentially, you know, he's jumped behind Pauly. Pauly's done a shot at the guys. They've all looked over and seen Thorendir does out the old 2-finger gun pose, and then they were looking at Thorendir. Then he just snaps his fingers and casts Shatter, and it'll be a 20 radius. A 10 radius, so it's 20 feet circle around the 4 creatures there.
Ooh.
You can actually
So
get
what
5
does
of them.
Shatter do?
Huh?
What does Shatter do?
Shatter, it is literally like I've clicked my fingers and possibly the loudest possible radius of physical sound you see is erupting around that circle.
Oh, like a
and-
flashbang.
Yeah, and causing thunder damage. No, it's essentially lightning sound.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
So it's like
Yeah,
there's like
you've
a
been
crack of
you've been hiding that from us.
there's a crack of thunder and like their ears are ringing. It's a bit like instead of a flashbang, it's like the auditory one, the one that like the ringing in your ears is so loud, and
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
table splinters from the sound of it. And
You're
each of them need to
fucking
make
holding out on
a-
us, Thorendir.
Yeah, but it's essentially it's the old double finger, then click of the fingers, but you don't hear the click. You just hear this white noise. But if you're in that circle, you hear a lot more. I tell you, yeah, it's fucking. That's how
so
I
they
picture
each
it.
need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. Yeah.
Yeah, let's saving throw for this guy. Boom. He gets a 17 plus the DC 12. Okay. So they take half damage on a fail, right? On a
Yeah, they take
success.
half. They take half on a successful. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to take 6. The escapist bugbear.
I think it's fucking Nate.
Oh, that's why it's like fucking high level spreads.
The archer here. Con save. I think pretty much all of them but one so far has taken that.
I'll link the spell for people that want to have a read.
Thank you.
You see one of the hobgoblins just fly across the room and slam unmoving into the far wall.
Yeah.
These bugbears seem somewhat sturdier. Not that one.
Not the tiny one.
Yeah. And so out of the 5 of them, I believe only one of them is sort of sturdy enough to seemingly withstand some of this blast. But every single clay pot, food, crockery object just is exploded by the burst of sound, the shatter, if you will. And food flies everywhere. And as I said, one of the hobgoblins flies across the room and seemingly like slides to the floor, his neck broken. Anything
Winfred
else, Thorendir?
sheds a single tear for the food wasted.
Yeah. Anything else, Thorendir? Or is that kind of you've taken the bow? You're all good now.
Oh no, Thorendir is blowing the tips of his fingers like.
Excellent. All right, this guy's dead. This guy is not super stoked. He's gonna crouch down behind the table here. Oops, not that one. And she's gonna run back behind this wall, behind cover, and fire at Ymir with his longbow.
Dog.
But it does miss.
Sucked in it.
As Ymir, have you got the shield out, or what's the config? We need to know the config.
Oh yeah. Ymir's got a shield and a hand axe.
Okay, cool. We need to know the loadout. It's like Mech Warrior. We need to know the loadout.
Yeah,
before you
no.
drop.
After fucking like bashing the shit out of that one guy and like smashing his skull against the wall, Ymir's like, neat. This is a cool weapon. Puts it back in his backpack with the 100 other weapons that he's got just chilling.
Yeah.
Grabs his hand axe out of the loop on his belt, grabs his shield back up again, and then that's when he briskly just hopped across the pit and opened the door, just like, huh? And now we've come to here.
Thanks for the hooray. Aaron.
So Ymir's back at 19 AC. And is 110% just going to drink the fire giant strength, which I've already clicked before, so I can't.
Oh wait, it's not your turn yet. I was just asking for your config. Sorry.
Oh
But
I'm
get to you.
Ymir's got the
little goblin who
19.
had kind of come out of the antechamber holding sort of a plate, sees the explosion go off at the table, throws, like, in surprise, throws his platter in the air with the food kind of falling on the ground, and he rushes back into this room and shuts the door. The other bugbear here, he picks up his morning star and charges at you, Ymir. Let's see here. Big old morning star attack. But it does miss as you're able to get the shield up just in time for this morning star to kind of crack into. And another one of these bugbear archers is going to go back, take cover, and fire on Ymir. But Ymir being a wall of getting the shield up, the arrows thunking into the wooden shield, he's able to stay strong. Now, Ymir, it is your time.
All right. Well, I drink the that potion, the fire giant potion, which puts me up to 25 plus 3 strength.
It's just 25.
So I don't get my advantage on that.
Because
I'm 17 plus 3 at the moment.
So the 17 gives you the plus 3 because you get plus 1 per 2 above 10, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So if we take your normal strength, we put 25 in there, that jumps up to plus 7. And so all your attacks now are, I believe, a plus 9 because it's plus 7 for your strength plus your proficiency. And
so has that been updated?
That should now update across all your weapons in Foundry.
Okay, there it is. Yep, cool.
And all your damage is now the dice roll plus 7, anywhere where it would have said strength.
And each move counts as how long in battle?
6 seconds.
Ah, sweet. So I got an hour of this. In drinking that, am I able to rage as well, or no?
Yeah. You could rage as your bonus action for sure.
All right.
If he drinks fire giant potion, does he become immune to fire damage?
I can't use my rage because it hasn't reset for some reason. My uses. Oh no, it has reset, but my cast of it.
I'll put you back on 2 there. That should work. To answer your question, Jacob, the potion doesn't give you I don't think the potion gives you
Resistance or anything?
resistances or anything like that. It just gives you the strength of a fire giant.
Okay.
It is a sort of magical solution that has the toenail of a fire giant in it.
Oh, I see.
So he's got to choke that bad boy down.
Oh, he chews it. He chews it.
Oh,
It's crunchy,
Don't. That's fucking disgusting.
but it's got like a gooey lava center.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
You guys are killing me. Stop it.
So, well, that's my action and my bonus action done, aren't they?
Yep.
I'm guessing
you can still move if you would like to.
Yeah, Ymir's going to move to like there. He's gonna skirt to make way for his comrades come through the door.
Cool.
And place a trap card face down.
Excellent. The last bugbear to act, he also picks up his Morning Star, thinking, who's this giant of a man? He can't fuck with us, and tries to hit you with his giant club.
He also
Jesus,
sucks.
come on, goblins.
Let's just say that all of these bugbears have been drinking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, they're
this
about to cop.
This is what this guy looks like.
I'm prettier.
Yes, you are, Winfred.
Yeah, you're more like a bear bug. These guys are bugbears. As we're back up to the top of the round for Winfred, the more handsome of the bears.
Yeah, good. I see all of the I don't know that Thorendir did it, but I see the food fly everywhere, and all of the food go to waste, and I go into a berserker's rage.
Now, do you have more than 2 rages? I don't believe you do at this level.
Do I? I'm not sure. Let's see. Will it let me activate my rage if I don't?
It probably will, because I don't know if that one actually uses up charges. Well, the macro should.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you have 1 out of 3. Why does Oh yeah, so does. Okay. So.
Because I went into rage before.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you only had 2 at this level, but you must have 3. That's fine. This is your last rage of the day, effectively.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So Winfred goes into rage, and now I got to roll for teddy bear rage. I'm really hoping that I get the other thing, because I want to sort of test all of these out. So fingers crossed. No. Okay. So my fur gets electrified again, and a bolt of lightning shoots out, and I'm going to hit this guy in front of Emir. Can you see my cursor? Is that a thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy in front of Emir. And then I'm guessing that's a miss.
Yep. And you got a 4 total.
So I've got to throw 1d6. And I got a 6.
So a bolt of lightning this time lances out, and instead of sort of, as it did with the jelly, crackling and having no effect, his fur starts standing on end, but it's more a puffball look than your sort of cool, crackling kind of look as he takes that bolt of lightning to his chest.
Hang on. Let me get Immigrant Song up on track.
Cool. So
Play Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
So the VOD's getting demonetized. I like this.
All right. Hang on a second. It's not working. God damn it.
It's all right. We'll pay for the license in post and edit it in for sure.
There we go. All right. So Winfred gets his great axe. How much damage does this bugbear take? 6 damage.
So far, yeah.
So Winfred grabs his great axe, moves forward, and just brings it down on his head.
Mhm.
So I'm basically on top of him, but I'll stand there. So I'm going to take a great axe swing.
Ooh.
Oh, did it get
9
it?
is not going to cut it, unfortunately.
Oh
You kind of leap into the fray, crackling with
Record
energy,
scratch.
as the bugbear just steps out of the way of your strike.
Oh, that would have done so much damage too. All right. All right, but I'm standing in front of Pauly now.
Yep.
And with that, I end my turn.
Cool. Pauly, you're up.
Okie day. Well, I'll attack the same fella that Winfred was attacking with Talon. .23, I feel like that hits.
Yep, absolutely.
Boom. He's not by himself, so it's just 9.
But he's next to an ally of yours.
Oh, actually, very true. Sorry, you're right. So yes, 19.
How do you want to do this?
Seeing Winfred,
just do a
seeing
somersault
Winfred's,
over Winfred.
I mean, seeing Winfred's sad face about not cleaving him, while he's humming like some Led Zeppelin in his head. Pauly wants to make Winfred feel really good, so he puts Talon in between Winfred's armpit and then pushes Winfred, so it looks like Winfred is stabbing this bugbear in the eye.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh no. Oh man. Winfred sort of misses his axe and then sees his eye just get gouged out and then turns around to Pauly and like his ears prick up and he smiles like, oh yeah.
My headphones died.
Oh no.
So I didn't hear anything.
We press on then. I believe it's Thorendir's turn, unless Pauly has something else he can do with his bonus action. Actually, I think you can kind of press. You can move in. Yeah.
So I was going to move in there and then, yeah, I'm going to move there and then there. And then I can't attack him, can I? They might, because my bonus action would have been my
correct. Yeah.
dagger. All good then.
All good. Thorendir.
Yeah, Thorendir. What are you gonna do? Fucking yeah, Thorendir will just be looking at him and will be casting Dissident Whisper.
This guy in front here.
Mm-hmm. The bugbear.
Oh.
Canny.
Where's my air horn?
Bam, 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 bam.
You're all dead to me.
Hey, look, I got the one with the soundboard.
Yeah. So he takes half damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I think we round down in the scenarios. So he's going to take 6 damage. As he sort of clutches his head and goes to run, but doesn't, and sort of stands his ground here. Anything else out of the deer, the grim, the bane?
No, that'll be the end of his turn.
Cool. Then we go to the Hobgoblin, who's going to step out here from behind cover, seeing Pauly over here as a much less armored target than Ymir, is going to take a shot at Pauly.
Yeah.
But misses, and he steps back behind cover.
Thank God.
And this archer is going to do the same.
That one hurt. That one really fucking hurt.
Am I able to use my protector thing to step in front of the arrow?
What is your protector?
It's part of my racial traits. Protector. It is when an ally 5 feet of you must make a strength saving throw. You may choose to have the effect target you instead. Okay, so it's not so much I can step in front of shit. It's I can save you from strength saving throws if you're near me.
Correct. I think I'm not sure if barbarians get access to a fighting style, but there is like a defender fighting style that lets you like step into imposed, make it harder to hit people and stuff.
I just wanted to try and like intervene. That's all.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not in this instance.
Okay.
But that critical hit, Pauly, you're in the wars, mate.
Buddy.
14
I know. I'm not having a good session.
Next up, Ymir, you see your dear Parrot friend, Aaraockra friend, take an arrow into the wing, yeah.
Well, I take a swing at this guy. That's 1, and I miss. But because I'm enraged, I can take another attack.
So you're getting into a frenzy.
Yeah, well, my rage always is a frenzy in this that subclass.
Effectively.
So,
or you can choose when to frenzy, as in like, because you could rage without frenzying, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't always have to go for that risk of exhaustion.
True. Well, I take that swing.
And you also have the reckless attack as well, which is like another way to get advantage, as just a reminder. There's no right or wrong thing, just giving you that kind of...
my reckless doesn't count as a bonus, though.
No, but it lets you attack with advantage, which is rolling twice and taking the better result. It just means shots
I've already made my roll, though.
Okay.
So I take that swing, and then I basically I move over here to the side of him, making room for Winfred to come through if he wants to, when he gets a moment, and protecting Pauly.
By doing that, you do provide cover to Pauly,
Yes.
so it'll be a little bit harder to hit him. Cool.
Considering these archers are pretty damn good, and this guy in front of us, pretty damn shit. So
yeah, he turns
from the archers.
He turns to you and tries to hit you back with his big old club.
Good luck with it, champ.
Yeah, just not happening. Ineffectually roaring and beating you with his big old spiked club. But you're easily sort of parrying each attack with the shield as we get to Winfred.
Alrighty. If I knew how much health this guy had left, would help.
Sweet fuck all by this point.
He looks
whilst he's occupied with Ymir, I'm just gonna bring my axe up from the ground and try and hit him in the guts, like just in the stomach, and give it a good old college try. So I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm gonna swing one dance. Oh, you are kidding! Holy shit!
Describe this to me.
All right, Aaron, give me an air horn.
Well,
and just to sweeten the deal, just a little bit.
Oh!
Winfred takes his axe and just swings for this bugbear's guts, and the axe goes straight fucking through him. And you just see this cacophony of bugbear screaming and Winfred roaring and guts splattering all over the floor. And Winfred looks back to Pauly and sees an arrow sticking out of him and realizes Winfred did good.
Absolutely. And
Winfred did do good.
Winfred did very good. This is a very good night for Winfred.
Does Winfred want to move?
You've taken away.
There's another one of those archers like around the corner, isn't there? Or up here somewhere?
Yeah, they're kind of hiding behind the cover up there.
Okay, cool.
Walls.
I actually want to try and make that distance. Am I able to close the distance between me and him?
No, I think you can only make it. Your speed's only 30 feet, right? So
Okay.
you get to about there.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna.
You
Okay,
get to the table. You get to the remains
Yeah.
of the food.
yeah. Look at the remains of the food. So
The gravy
Winfred,
boat has shattered.
Winfred looks back at Pauly, says Winfred did good, and then turns back around and just like vaults over the table. And as he vaults over the table, he like picks up a little berry and puts it in his mouth, and then just like, and then I end my turn.
Yeah, excellent. Still crackling with energy.
Yeah.
Pauly.
Ow.
Pauly,
they were like
honestly,
over. They
bro,
were over here,
sit
weren't
this
they?
one out.
Yeah.
No.
Run while you can.
Okay.
So they're behind cover. So it's a lot harder to hit them.
But I could fly. I can fly.
I mean, Pauly. All right,
Oh,
just. Oh.
but I can
I'm gonna let you
fly
do what you
there.
want, but if you die, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
Kill my dead corpse.
yeah,
Oh, but I want to do something. Okay, fine.
here's
I'll
a-
just drink a.
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing that could be interesting. So I'll allow you to hold your action, so that you can kind of like ready an action, right? If you wanted to ready your bow and wait till one of them shows, and then you would fire. I would allow
Okay,
that, so you
I'll do that.
so it won't be like you won't have the full penalty to the attack. Obviously, it still has that risk of you being out in the open, ready to take a shot, right? And like your shot won't go off until they pop to take a shot. And if your shot doesn't kill them, then you may be on the returning end of it. So the pros and cons, but just giving you some ideas of some ways to think outside the box a little bit.
No, I'll just drink a potion. I'll be good.
And do you take
Thank
cover
you.
behind a pillar or behind a table? Or...
I do take cover behind a pillar. I take cover behind the biggest pillar we have in the party.
Understandable.
Who's looking fucking jacked right now? He's like even his half plate armor seems to be like tearing with the amount of bulk that he's.
You telling me I'm gonna have to buy new armor after this? Fuck.
All right, 5. I get 5 health.
This
back.
is what happens when you don't go natty, my friend. If you start going into that that assisted muscle growth, you just start ripping your shirts.
That's fair. It happens.
And
right?
yeah, I end my turn there.
Cool. Thorendir.
Yeah, and well, Thorendir steps up the plate and wanders on into the building. And well, lads, is there any more enemies in the area? As he yells out to like Winfred or Ymir.
I mean, like, you didn't just see Winfred do like a fucking vault over the table?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, are you seeing? I can't see like past this room. You can see more. I was asking, is there any more enemies?
Ah, yep.
And is there any more enemies?
I don't hear you. I'm in a rage. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get the word out there.
No,
that's my bad.
I take that as I am my turn. There's nothing to do.
All right. Oh, my computer's being a bit slow. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. We're almost there.
I will have to go to bed like right now, so I got to work. I got to get up at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. We can close this up. Actually, and leave it on sort of a mid, sort of a bit of a cliffhanger of how will this go as
Your beer is charging up.
yeah.
I really hope Winfred's lucky dice rolls can continue next week.
Well, maybe I'm just trying to buy some more time. Well, Captain Baconbeard and Dylan did spend their points to give you 2 inspiration dice, so you can always fish for crits and just keep that train going. But
I didn't even need to use those today.
It has been 3 hours, so that was a good solid sesh. You've made your way into the cave system here, and we'll pick up, in the hot start of battle when we begin again this time next week.
Yeah, good.
Shuckers.
So I hope you had a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
And
Yeah, good ish.
yeah.
That was fucking satisfying.
I'll leave the game logged into this system for the next day or so, or if you ever need to jump in and create the macros. So obviously, Jacob created that rage macro. That when he clicks it,
I get a random elemental effect.
Yeah, I guess random.
Yeah, how does that work?
It's based off a roll.
Yeah, basically we took Dan's random encounter roll and put all of the Storm Herald traits into it. So instead of adhering to one Storm Herald discipline, instead of that, we made it so it was a random encounter, but we sort of altered it a little bit as to make it not be overpowered. So that's why, so that's why the fire thing attacks everybody in a short distance instead of just my enemies.
I thought the thunder one was meant to affect everyone as well.
No, it was only meant to affect one person. It's effectively just a lightning bolt spell, and it happens when I rage, and yeah, apparently house rules it when I crit things as well. But the other one that I actually really, really wanted to show you guys that didn't show up is the Earth element one, which actually gives people a small shield, sort of like a shaman's Earth shield out of World of Warcraft. Basically, I based it all off of like a random chance enhancement shaman. So yeah. I would have really liked to get the Earth one in this new battle because I think Pauly could have used a couple of extra hit points. But
I absolutely could have.
Yeah, you absolutely could have. That's basically what it is. I was really excited to show you guys last week, but we didn't get into a fight, so I'm really excited. I kind of overused all of my rages.
We did get into a fight. Someone slept through it.
Look, I was on a spiritual journey. But yeah, most of Winfred's plot is going to be like owning these skills and perfecting them.
Sorry to interject.
No, you're right. Go for it.
Upon perusing my inventory, my backpack that's full of weapons, I have found something at the bottom of the backpack that will definitely be coming out to aid Winfred in something at some point.
What's that?
It's for me to know and Winfred to be very happy with when it arrives.
You know, I can see inside your inventory, you dickhead.
Don't be going through my inventory because it's pretty good.
Player knowledge and character knowledge.
Don't make me delete it out of there so no one has any knowledge. I can add it back at any time. Especially considering it's just a normal inventory item, and I am gonna leave it there because I will forget.
The other thing which might be worthwhile you looking into, Dylan, and I'm not exactly sure how we did it for Jacob, but he's got a rage macro that not only puts rage in chat, but it puts that little star symbol on him and adjusts all his damage to be +2.
I think mine, as soon as I hit rage, it automatically just adjusts everything to be +2.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I'm just using the normal, because mine's just a normal rage anyway. So
yes, I'm not sure if that's because that's just the rage from Foundry. I don't think that's got any. It says it does like that rage does those things, but I don't think the system Foundry that's smart
yeah.
enough to do it. So we need like a custom macro that
Yeah, I
goes
might
through
have
and
to
kind of
look into that.
adjusts all your shit.
Yeah.
Also, it adds your resistances to you. So if we have a look at you now in your attributes, you don't have any damage immunities or damage resistances except for cold.
Yeah.
Whereas if we look at Winfred, he has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, etc. I mean, you can always just remember that stuff anyway, but it can also be fun just to have it added to the thing, so you don't have to worry about it. But we can sort that out offline or over the weekend, perhaps.
Yeah, we can look into
Awesome.
that for sure.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, DM Daddy.
No
Thanks,
worries. I had
DM
a great
Daddy.
time. Thank you
I had
very
a wonderful
much.
time.
And quite a success. Well, I guess this is actually just my way of making you guys watch my stream so that you can give yourselves inspiration. I think that was a complete success as well.
One other thing, this I've noticed on the when you double click your character, there's a little bar at the bottom of that window. Would that happen to be our experience bar?
We're milestone. We don't have XP.
Yeah, I know, but we've got it's giving me XP multipliers on there. Not multipliers, XP tracking.
Really?
Which is interesting. Yeah, I'm at 439 of 750.
That's your encumbrance.
Oh no, that's my encumbrance. All right. Well, it's good to know. No, because when I expanded it more, it told me encumbrance. Well, it was minimized, it didn't. Well, that's good to know. I still have quite a bit of space left in my backpack.
So theoretically, at that first instance of encumbrance, see how it's got like two little bars on there? Yep. I think theoretically the first or second instance, stuff's meant to happen. Like you lose a little bit of speed or you get disadvantage on stealth rolls or something. Alternately, you have it so that it's only when you're at max does that happen.
I do need to add a the longsword. We're not going to have a Christ longsword in the
No, but you can add just a longsword,
items.
and then we can kind of flavor it, right?
I'll just edit it. Yeah.
Oh, the boots you gave me. Did you want to put them in D&D Beyond for me, or do you want me to make them up?
I can put them in there. They're an actual item, so
are they?
You might even be able to search for them.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. What's it called?
I've just called it a curved
Striding
longsword.
and springing.
Striding and springing.
Mm-hmm.
Boots of striding and springing. Added.
Cool. So if you equip those, it should actually theoretically also be smart enough to update your character sheet in D&D Beyond as well.
Yeah. Let me have a look now.
Unless it doesn't. Unless it's just not that smart.
This longsword, I'm going to update it to the same weight as to 6 pounds instead of 3, sure. Because it was a claymore instead.
Oh yeah, originally, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It still says walking speed's 25 feet. But...
Oh, that's fine. I can.
Yeah.
I think we can customize that. I can do that. Source. Oops. Cool. Changed. All breezy.
Legendary. All right, I actually do have to go. I got to get to bed.
Yeah. Have a good night, man. It's been a long day.
Catch you guys.
Thanks for tonight, boys. Catch you later.
Enjoy.
And thanks to you, everyone else in chat, for hanging out with us on a glorious Thursday night. It's been a bit of a late one. Thank you, a special again to Aaron for not only a Wandering Monster, but also for the Prime sub. I didn't shout it out at the time, of course, sort of in the game. And we got a couple of follows as well: Spontaneous DM, My Dark Humor, Dejon Song King. And for everyone else who kind of added points to the scores to give inspiration to the characters or added to the DM's cauldron, which is going to be I'm going to roll on a table and something sort of plot twisty is going to happen. Last time we did it, we killed a Rockseeker and they had to deal with essentially a death in the family. Let's see. Need to remove all of this. We're going to call it a night. But before we do that, I'm going to organize for a raid. I believe some friends of the channel, Rage and Rolls, another Aussie group, are playing D&D right now. and they're cool people. They're doing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which is also a very fun game. We just played some Waterdeep Dragon Heist yesterday with another group. So there's VODs on our YouTube channel and Twitch channel for that. But if you want some more Aussie D&D, perhaps we can go give them a bit of love, you know. So when you get in there, if you could, show them a bit of love, show them some follow, something like that, just to show that the Aussie D&D community is live and well. I've been your host, DM Dan, Sheriff Dan, or even DM Daddy to my friends, which I certainly consider you as one of them if you've been hanging out with us for this long. And I appreciate you. You are valued, and have a lovely night. Oh, you're supposed to catch it. I'll see you later.
Them just absolutely epic.
Oh, we just got raided from Sheriff Dan.
Sheriff Dan and crew have just missed just an amazing session.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
please
was
draw
amazing.
it. I would very much love to see what you could do.
Wow, that took a twist.
There it is.
Is Claymore restored?
Yeah, so you find yourself in your body again with a gasp.
And we all have full hit points. And full
So where did we leave the state of this Zorgog? Is he finished now, or is he just...
So Zorgog has effectively just had his entire energy source drained from him.
Probably
you
doesn't
don't
have a
yet know-
shield now.
Yeah, you don't know yet the
Excellent.
outcome of him, but it doesn't look very good.
Okay.
And we don't yet know what happened to the name Dan.
name. Okay, here we go. Super, Ultra, Mega, Dragon Zord.
Yeah. So
Backwards,
we'll
not
find out
reading it or
next
anything.
session what that entails.